And welcome back for another dose of the Michael Decon program. First time listeners out there, we are glad you found us. It was in your stars all this time. This is a very different kind of show, not for the weak of heart. Those who wish to exit, please do so now. Joining us this evening is Mr. Tyler Fleming from October Nor. Hopefully he doesn't mind us using his last name, or we might have to just delete all of this right away. That might be illegal, what I just did, who knows? Once again, thank you ladies and gentlemen for allowing us into your hearts and into your minds. Here we are again, on a night like this. Nice to see you out there, by the way. All of you in the chat room, and of course those of you who will listen to this on a replay, over on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you find the show, that's where we'll be. And let's not waste too much time and bring in Mr. Mike Hideous and Tyler, who are pretty much waiting for this moment in time. Mike, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Tyler, are you out there, or have you died of boredom?
I got a little close when I'm here.
You're good. All right.
Hello, Tyler.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Hello to you, Michael.
Hello to you. It's good to hear both of your voices. And Mike, I know things aren't going so well with you this week. And we'll get into that in a moment, but I do want to say Happy Easter to everyone out there who does celebrate that sort of thing.
Yes.
Those parents out there, those of you who enjoy that sort of thing, we'll talk about all these sort of little things going on right now as the world crumbles around us, Mike. It's almost
Indeed.
like the end of days.
Yeah, no doubt. And you just keep watching as the media just covers up left and right the constant derangement of our so-called president. It's really appalling and embarrassing.
A very somber Mike Hideous here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, you're supposed to say, no, not really, I'm fine.
Yes, I'm so somber. Play the piano music.
You know, that's a great idea. But I wasn't quite ready to do all that, bud.
Yeah, that's not, let's not go there just yet. But
yes, let's not do that. But Mike, I do want to do this, though. I did miss you, though.
Well,
when we didn't do a show, I did feel like I couldn't go on, without you. I mean, I could do the show alone, but,
When I found out that you and Tyler are going to do the show without me, I was going to divorce you, Michael, and Tyler was going to come to your house and blow it up. I hope that's okay with you.
You were going to break up with me.
I was going to get a divorce.
Oh, my God. You were going to go...
You were cheating on me.
My God, Mike. You were going to go all the way then.
No, I found out that Tyler was going to be on. I was actually glad, that you had somebody that was going to cover. I didn't know if I was going to be back in time tonight. I had to deal with some things in New Jersey with my brother. But I made it, so here I am.
Yes, you did. Tyler originally, I had the idea in my head that we'd bring him on here and he could talk about what just went down out there in the East Coast when he was out there visiting, just maybe one day from the tragedy that struck the subway, as they say.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Tyler almost died out there, almost got shot.
Yeah, we missed it by one day.
Man, just one day and we could have had you shot and killed, and maybe the band would have become, even bigger than Nirvana, so damn.
Famous.
Yeah, that's what I tell Tom all the time. He just needs to die.
Well, you don't exactly have to die. If you would have just got grazed by the bullet or something.
Well, we couldn't get that lucky, but it was a good trip.
Well, a little disappointed to hear that you didn't get a chance to meet up with Mike.
Yeah, that did suck.
Yeah.
I think it happened, the night before we left, and
Actually,
kinda...
yeah, what happened was, for those of you who don't know, my father died on the 6th of April, which was a Wednesday, and Tom and Tyler and Doug and Kelly, these 4 people were supposed to come out and meet me. We were going. They flew into Philly, and well, they didn't yet, but they were going to fly into Philly, and then drive up to me in Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, and we were going to hang out. It was, it was all planned. I was looking forward to it. And then, as I said, my father died. It was sort of expected. My brother and I sort of saw it coming. And he ended up going into the hospital. Long story short, I was at his side when he passed. And that wasn't, I mean, it's a tragic thing. Believe me, I
yeah.
loved my father with all my heart. He was a great man, and he touched a lot of people. But that wasn't the worst of it. Everything that happened afterwards was
Really?
worse.
It got worse.
Yeah, it got worse. So the next day, I had to deal with a few things here at home, and then the following day, after that Friday, I'm driving to the pharmacy because I threw my back out, and my car breaks down. My transmission just takes a shit, and I'm stuck on the road for almost 2 hours waiting for a tow truck. Meanwhile, I'm going through my phone trying to call a rent-a-car service within a 25-mile area radius of my home. There's only 3, and each one that I called, not one of them had a car. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, how am I going to get to the wake? In addition to that, I had called Tom prior. I'm like, look, my pop died. I'm not going to be able to make it, so on and so forth. But we were so close. I almost was able to make it, but once the car broke down, I was shit out of luck, and I just couldn't really get everything together. And all in all, without going on and on and on about this, as of yesterday, it cost me just under $4,000.
Oh my!
Between the rent-a-car, getting the transmission fixed, doing a lot of things that I had to do for the wake by credit card. So just under $4,000 it cost me. I don't think I've spent that much money in a week in ever.
Man, so you just got dicked around all week.
Yeah,
it
was just, what a horrible week. Absolutely horrible.
Good Lord, Mike. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I want to say to everybody out there, there were a few people who wrote in and made comments expressing their sympathies and condolences. And I want to say thank you to anyone out there who's listening tonight who did express their condolences to me for the passing of my father. So thank you very much.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know anyone emailed you about that. Good.
Yep, Michael, like I told Michael I wasn't going to be able to do the show tonight because I had to go to Jersey and deal with the will with my brother, as well as other properties and so on and so forth. But I ended up getting back in time. That's when I found out Tyler was going to be on. So I was actually going to call in and tell Tyler I was coming to blow his house. And then I wanted a divorce from you, Michael.
Not in a serious way, though. Just for those just out there who don't know, in case you're serious. No, you're not going to really do that. But yes,
no, of course,
in your heart, you were going to.
I just wanted to make the show fun. That's all.
No worries. We love that. Yes, and
thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on tonight too,
Mike. Of course, you're the host here.
Thanks, buddy.
It really would not feel right doing the show without you, Mike, to be honest. You've been here a long time.
I really appreciate that.
Yes, Mike, and I was sad not doing the show with you. My heart was hurting. I heard all about your father. He seemed like a great man, obviously, and I'm terribly sad to hear those things. I don't know what I'd do either without my father as well, who's been, very key impact player of my life. He is the person who conceived me. He's the one who brought me here, high in the tower in Las Vegas, the Circus, to be exact. Well, that's where he banged my mom.
Well, a little too much information there, but
well, yes, I know it's a little hard to to say these things, but it's the truth. I just wanted to be accurate with what I'm reporting here.
What was she wearing?
Well, that I'm not exactly sure, but it was at a different time, so I'm pretty sure I could guess.
All right.
I don't want to. I don't want to exactly give you those details because now you're making me think about that.
It's a horrible.
Now we're starting off on the wrong foot here.
All right.
This show got really dark.
Really dark, really
it got
disgusting, really fast.
It got biblical, yes. Just like last time we were having these talks, but by the way, those people were wondering, I got emails asking if we were booted off YouTube again, but no, we weren't booted off. We just had a little break. There was some drama going on. Things sort of snowballed out of control here and there as we are on the verge of destruction. That's what my Christian friends tell me, Mike, that, you know, we very much are on the verge of destruction, in the possibility of a nuclear holocaust. That's what my Christian friends are telling me, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you, things do not look good. One interesting thing is how Ukraine has been kicking ass. I will say that.
Ukraine.
Yeah, the Ukraine's been kicking ass. They just sunk that Russian flagship. So they're doing good. The thing is that the gaffes and the stupidity of the president has become so noticeable. Young Democrats are now realizing that he's a moron. Countries all over the world are now poking obvious fun at him. And it's just, the funny thing is, like, the mainstream media is not doing their job, and they're just covering it up.
Well, I'm liking Joe Biden right now. He is my favorite president on earth, by the way. Just for the record, you know, since we are on YouTube, I'm just setting the record straight. We love Joseph Biden very much. We appreciate him as the president, yes.
Interesting how the whole Hunter Biden computer thing is now official, when it was, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, it was Russian collusion.
Well, the story changes all the time, Mike. You know how that goes.
Yeah. I believed it when it came out.
I think everyone believed that, especially the whole urination story. You know, everyone sort of wanted to sort of see a video of Trump actually peeing on women.
Well, they did have a video, but it wasn't him.
So there was a video.
Of course there was a video.
I didn't see a video. Wow.
I didn't see it either, but they did. There was a video, and it was all BS.
And it was in fact him.
No, it wasn't him.
Tyler, do you think that was the president peeing on these Russian women?
It was me.
It was Mike.
No, I think he's smart enough to not get himself in a situation to be videotaped.
Could you imagine?
Even if, you know, which is not true, but
I couldn't even imagine if that.
I've been totally out of the loop.
I couldn't really. Yes, we heard about these things a long time ago, but you know, these sort of things you push off your psyche, so you don't think about these sort of things. You know, like your parents conceiving you.
But here's the funny thing, Michael.
Yes.
Here's the funny thing. They pushed the whole urination thing with Trump prior to the election. They pushed the whole. Remember the comment he made about grabbing a girl by her cooch?
By her cooch, yes.
Okay. They pushed that before the election. All the things that they pushed against Trump to botch his ability to be a candidate for presidency. Yet, when the Hunter Biden issue came out, which included the getting money from Ukraine, oil from the Ukraine energy thingamajig, whatever.
What a sweet deal, Brad. Got all kinds of money.
And the association of getting money from
If it's true.
China.
If it's true, which we sort of
it
know.
is true, because it's now been proved. It's on the laptop. So what I'm saying is that all this stuff that was being exposed before the election that could have obviously ruined Biden's chances at becoming president were hidden. But yet when Trump was running, they had no problem trying to destroy not only him, but his family. So the press, I have absolutely no faith in the press and journalists anymore. They are absolutely full of crap.
I'm hearing, well, not hearing, but I'm seeing the chat room, something about 14-year-old girls. I have no idea what they're referring to. Is that the case that Trump was involved in long ago?
No, the 14-year-old girls is those are pictures of Hunter Biden.
Or
There's
oh,
one
on
top of
Hunter
there coming out.
Biden, yes, I do recall seeing some strange, questionable photos and deleting those right away. Once I saw those things circulate on the internet, I thought, "Holy shit, that doesn't look illegal."
I like the picture of him asleep with the crack pipe in
That's
his
my
mouth.
favorite photo. Yeah, the one with him with the crack pipe. I did like that one.
He's an idiot. Oh my god.
Would you smoke crack with Hunter Biden? By the way, just be honest.
If it was good, yeah.
Look, I'm
Oh yeah,
gonna be dead serious. Look,
absolutely.
in all honesty, I would smoke crack with Hunter Biden, 100%. Like if
He probably
just
got
ran-
really good stuff.
if I just randomly bumped into him and he's like, he pulls out, a glass pipe and he's like, "Hey, do you want to maybe, maybe burn this with me?" I would, I would hesitate for a moment and think about it and just be like, well, he probably would say these incredible things to me. He probably spilled the beans on all sorts of shit. So I would definitely take him up on the offer to smoke a little crack with him.
I
You would just have to
blackmail
make
them.
sure. You just have to make sure it wasn't Parmesan cheese first.
That's
Maybe
true.
get it a little. Make sure it passes the
But
test.
no, but I think he really is getting some quality grade crack.
Of course,
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
friggin' Hunter Biden.
So, he's smoking some next level sort of crack there for sure.
Well, have you heard? Have you heard that they have him out in Malibu on and he's got Secret Service people watching after him, and
China.
they're. I mean, imagine being one of those Secret Service guys. I mean, you're living the life. Everything's paid for. I mean,
That is
You know,
pretty
the-
wild.
those people that have that position. I mean, it's easy to see why they,
They end up smoking
go,
crack.
they just ride it out.
Well,
end up smoking
maybe
crack,
you both didn't hear about
shooting
the,
heroin.
the guy who was I can't remember his position, but he was associated with Hunter Biden. He is a former military, I don't know what the heck his name was or what his position was, but he came out a long time ago stating that the computer and all the information on it was real, and that Hunter
yeah.
was doing crooked business with the Ukrainians and China.
Yeah, I
China.
hate that I know this, but his name's Tony Bobolinsky. I remember this.
That's
This
right.
This is over a year ago,
That's right.
and it just got stuffed.
Yep, of course it did.
I mean, all these things that are coming out, we've half of the country or more have known. Which means now that they're talking about it, there's surely a devious plan in the making.
There was a deal cut. That's all I can really say. That's why these stories are sort of now being publicized. A deal was already made before it even gets presented to you.
The media is not doing its job.
Goes back to what
They
you
are-
were saying
they
a
are
minute ago, Mike.
corrupt.
It's corrupt, Mike. I'm surprised you're still reading and listening to any news, Mike.
Very,
Very little these days. Yeah. Okay.
What I do listen to is when the Democrat Party makes a stupid mistake and they got their back. Look, man, they have shot themselves in the foot so many times, and they have been caught in their lies time after time after time since this idiot became president. Stole the election. That's right. I said it stole the election.
Mike, you can't say that, by the way.
Well, the funny thing is that they said when Trump won, they all said, well, he's not my president, and he probably cheated, and he was in league with Russian collusion, and they helped him win. Well, no, they didn't. And there was proof that Hillary Clinton paid for the dossier from what's his name, the British guy. But again, nobody cares. Media's not doing its job, and yet now all this crap that's coming out. Pelosi's shot herself in the foot. We've got a moron for a vice president. She's dumber than a doorknob, and the vice president is becoming delusional. He's got dementia.
And the worst thing is you can't really impeach Joe Biden.
You can if the damn Republicans would get up off their ass and do something.
Yeah, but it would not end well if he does get impeached. That
Yeah, I
means
know.
the
We got that
power would.
moron behind him.
It'll
Yeah,
be the
that's
25th
why.
Amendment that does him in.
It would not be good if he does get impeached. I don't think he will, but Wouldn't
You
exactly
see
be a
what
good
he's
thing.
saying, Tyler? Michael is saying that if they enforce the 25th Amendment, then we've got a dumbass for president.
We have another one.
because,
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because
she sucked her way to the top.
look, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it with dignity
Oh no, Mike.
and respect.
We're gonna get
okay?
thrown off.
The only reason she got that job is because she's a woman and because of the color of her skin.
Oh no.
Well,
And
it's the only reason that our new Supreme Court justice has a job. It's the exact same reason.
Listen, I got nothing against black women running for VP, but please give me a smart woman, not a dumbass like her.
Mike, let me ask you a question now.
Again, what Michael just said, if they try to enforce the 25th Amendment, who comes up?
Mike,
VP becomes president,
yeah.
and Pelosi becomes VP.
Mike,
Well, wouldn't that just be perfect?
No, it
yeah,
wouldn't. That's why he's saying
it would not be a
Michael.
good idea. Yeah, I'm just saying that would be terrible. And Mike, I think
would.
you do have something against black women, by the way.
I am a black woman. What are you
Well, I
talking
mean,
about?
you never dated a black woman, so I think
Yes, I have.
no, she wasn't black.
How do you know?
Well, I'm assuming she wasn't really black.
Okay, whatever you say.
Mike, I think you dislike black women.
Oh, don't start that because I'll never look. Don't even go there. I got nothing against anybody. Treat me with respect. I treat you with respect. But the fact of the matter is, look, we all know that they pushed it. They pushed it. We want a black woman to be VP, or we want a black woman to be president, because she did run against Joe Biden in the preliminary. Is that it? Yeah.
The primary, yeah.
Primary. Thank you. So the fact that she even became his his VP is astounding, because she even put him in his place, saying, you know, when I had to go to school, that bus, I had to take a separate bus, and there was segregation. I was that little girl, and it was because of you, Joe Biden, that I was on that bus and couldn't get go to the school with the white kids. All I'm saying is this: if you're going to vote for somebody, I don't care what color skin they have.
Yes,
They
I
can
know.
have
I'm
purple
just
skin.
joking with you and the listeners out there.
Indeed. Now you got me all riled up.
I know. I wasn't really serious. I know you've been with a black woman before and a few black men. You went gay for a while. It's okay.
I sure did.
Yeah, we all go gay for a while. Just for a while.
But no, I got nothing against, you know, a black woman being president, VP, or whatever. I really don't. But God, it's got to be because of their intelligence, not because of what is between their legs or the color of their skin. That is wrong.
Now the chat room here, according to Suka, says we have a black woman pedo-enabling SCOTUS now.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I didn't say
that's
it.
the reason that she got the job, is because Joe Biden said, yeah, we're going to have the first black female Supreme Court. I mean, so
VP?
I don't know.
I mean,
No,
VP?
no, we're talking about the Supreme Court nomination,
Oh,
right?
yeah. That other dummy too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who cannot define what a woman is.
That was interesting, right?
It's
She's
too
another-
controversial to say.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, so controversial.
don't say it here.
Let's see.
Don't say it here.
Penis, vagina. So simple.
Yes, that's against the law now.
Yeah. Not in my world.
Not in Mike's world. But yes, you see all these strange sort of groomers out there, let's put it that way.
Do you see what people are writing on the chat room?
I see that. Dennis Rodman.
Before that.
Well, yes, I did see that too.
That's messed up,
course.
man.
Right. Well, Mike, that's the chat room. You know, they're a very lovely bunch out there. We do appreciate them very much.
Oh my goodness.
We have Lori
gracious.
Lightfoot out there in the chat room. Just kidding. I don't think that's for them, but we do have them out there.
Pocahontas.
Yes, we have that. Yeah, we got everybody out there. All your favorite personalities are out there listening to the show. But yes, the drama went down on the subway. Tyler almost getting killed recently.
That's right.
More celebrity deaths out there. Comedians are dying off, like sport athletes now. Okay, maybe not as dramatic, but you get the point. Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh,
dead,
yeah, another
by
one.
the way.
He's dead.
He's gone. Can you believe it, Mike?
I can't. I didn't think he was that old.
Well, he's gone.
Yeah.
Gone with
You
the
know
wind.
Do you know what he died of?
He had some sort of illness, I believe.
Oh, it's too bad. I liked him. He was funny. Stupid, but funny.
He was a little, but I thought he was great. Definitely had some sort of rare... Oh, I hear a dog now, very angry.
Tyler, what are you doing, man?
Are you doing something
It's
to
a
that
radio
dog?
show.
My dog barking, going crazy outside.
Did they see a ghost?
Probably a raccoon or something.
They saw Lori Lightfoot out there. But yeah, Gilbert Godfrey, he had some sort of rare genetic disorder, by the way.
That's too bad.
Yeah, the guy was all over the place back in the day, if you can remember.
Do you remember when he used to do Up All Night?
Yeah.
Then there was the other host, Rhonda Shear. They used to do. We were actually Empire Hideous was on USA Up All Night once with Rhonda Shear as the host. We did this special Halloween thing, and I almost bit Rhonda Shear on the neck.
You almost bit her? Why didn't you do it?
Oh, I wanted to.
What
but she
stopped
wouldn't
you?
let me.
Oh, did you ask?
I would have. I didn't ask, but I tried.
You should have gone for it.
Oh, she was cute.
And then you would have got me too'd.
Yeah, probably. Well, no, that was back before all that crap. That was
You would have
1995.
You would have been victim number one.
Well,
Or actually, you
As
would
long
have
as
just
there wasn't a
created
picture
it.
of it to bring back up 20 years later.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't do that, now that I think about that. Yeah, that's not good, Mike.
I got it on video.
Oh, did you?
I sure do. Yeah, it was on the. They put it on the show. They did this. I don't know, like a 3 or 4 hour night of. I think they played Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween. I could be wrong. And in the two movies that played in between, like in the commercial breaks and stuff, they would have scenes of Empire Hideous, and there was another band called the Brickbats, and they had footage of us playing live. We did this pre-recorded show at a place called La Bar Bat in New York City, and they would put these segments in between the commercials, and towards the end is when I walk up to Ron. Actually, Rhonda walks up to me and she starts talking to me, and I had the the vampire fangs in and all, and I tried to bite her on her bare neck, and she got away.
She wasn't going for it.
No.
Terrible. That would have been awesome if you did. And Mike, you are open to take phone calls tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Is everyone open to take phone calls tonight? If that's what people want to do here tonight, it's your time to shine. If you do want to call in, don't be too shy. That number is 424-666-2425. Chime in whenever possible, and please turn down the stream before calling in. That's pretty much all we ask for. But yes, Mike, I'd like to hear people out there. I miss taking phone calls here.
Anybody out in New York City that experienced the
shooting?
Shooting.
Rather than Tyler. Even though Tyler wasn't there, but I'm sure he would have been a hero and he would have stopped the shooter.
He would have jumped in front of the bullet, I'm sure.
Yes, he would.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Take me.
Yes, Tyler would have been the hero in this situation. I'm pretty sure he would have got the job done. And I believe we are joined now by a caller who knows who this person is. Caller, you are live. What's going on?
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, I know who that is.
It's Tom.
It's Tom.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is this our? I was gonna say, is this our Canadian friend? But
Tyler to get the dick out of his mouth.
Whoa,
and
Tyler!
Talk more.
Tyler, you are being,
Yeah, verbally abused.
you're being subjected to some very naughty words.
Hello, Tom. Hello, Tom.
I can't hear that call.
You can't hear who? Can you hear Mike now?
Tom, can you hear me?
I hear Mike. There we go. That's that sexy man.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I figured I'd call and stab on Tyler just a little bit.
Good. Good. Somebody has to.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
Tyler was
Good man,
doing
again.
something to his dog back there. We don't know what exactly what it was. We
Oh,
haven't
I heard.
confirmed it, but it didn't sound too
Red
I
good.
can tell you the dirty, dark secrets.
Red Rocket.
Is that what Tyler's doing when he's not playing the drums with you guys on
Red
stage?
Rocket.
Tyler is a Florida man, so we don't really know for sure. Could be doing all kinds of things back there.
I've got a dog. I've got a little beagle, and he barks all the time. So
Oh, I see. Very cool. Tom, what's going on with you out there?
Not much, man. I'm just listening in and enjoying it and letting him have his little time.
Right on. I'm just
Oh,
losing my
good.
mind here along with Mike. You know, he's had a shitty time. I'm sure you heard.
I know it, man.
It's not good.
Let's try to keep in touch, but leave him alone at the same time. I know he's going through some rough stuff. So
I know. You know,
Thank you,
Mike's
bro.
one of those guys, you know, you don't want to sort of get in there and sort of, you know, put your arms around him. You know, he might bite you. So you sort of have to back away a little bit.
Well, if you're Ron DeShiro, I'll bite your neck.
That's
for sure.
right.
well, you know what? I hear him doing some laughing and some smiling. So that's good enough for me. If you want, you can take another time.
Right on,
You're a little
Tom.
muffled there, Tom. You're a little muffled.
Sorry.
We hear you
I'm
better
just
now.
saying that I can hear you laughing and smiling, so that's good enough for me. So if you want, you can take another caller.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Tom. Well, thanks
No
for
problem.
chiming in, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Kick it up, Tyler. Fucking speak.
Talk to you soon, Tom.
And there he goes. Yes, Tyler. I don't know what you're doing back there. I don't know if you are making out with your dog back there. I don't know what's happening.
no, just listening.
You know, I wanted to bring something up, Michael.
Go ahead.
Next year,
Next year.
April. I know it's a long way away, but it'll be here before you know it. Next April, I plan on going out to visit Michael, and if it's possible, maybe we could do a show together, like at your place or wherever when I'm out there.
That
If
would
it's
be
possible.
fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously we got plenty of time to make the plans, but I am going to be going to the West Coast next year. I'm going to spend 2 weeks, and I'm going to visit you first. I'm going to work my way up the coast all the way up to Seattle, visit my friend out there, and then we're going to go to Montana.
Well, that sounds lovely, Mike. You know, I would love to meet you, Mike, and pour you some wine and maybe do a
We
show
can
with
make
you.
out.
We can talk about Tyler behind his back.
Yeah,
We go talk about Tom behind his back and Doug.
Have a makeout session.
Yes, Tyler is in a band. He's a drummer and a overall pretty cool guy.
He's in a band called October Noir.
October Noir.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah. We had a great weekend up in New York. You know, you know, from all you hear on the news, you know, everybody was pretty cool. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of didn't see a lot of masks up there. You know,
Oh yeah.
so it's
So tell
Yeah,
them why
kinda-
you went out there in the first place.
Yeah.
They came.
Spill
They
the beans.
flew into Philly. They were going to come by my house, but that failed. So they went to Brooklyn. Take it from there, Tyler.
yeah. Well, we did a music video with a guy named Dennis Pauna. He's a pretty big YouTube guy, and we were working on that, and we met up with him, Manhattan, and then we went out to Peter's grave.
Peter.
And,
Peter
we-
who? Peter Pan?
Peter's-
Got to tell people who's listening.
Yeah,
Oh,
who's
sorry,
that?
well, Peter Steele. We
Peter
went out to
Steele. There you go.
Yeah, we had a big group of people, and we were there for the Peter Steele. It's like the Peter tree. You know, when he passed away, somebody planted a tree in Prospect Park where he worked.
Yeah, it's
As
like
a young guy, so-
an annual picnic or barbecue, whatever it is that they do. They get together, and it's sort of a memorial to his passing.
Yeah. Well, you know, we took that time to meet up with Dennis because it was his first time in the United States. So
Nice.
we met up with him, and
Oh, I didn't
we
realize
actually released the video when we were together on YouTube in New York. So that was pretty cool.
that. Nice. I didn't realize that. Tom didn't tell me that yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, we had a great time. We spent a lot of time at Duff's in Brooklyn.
Now explain to everybody what Duff's is.
Duff's is the most kick-ass bar in the U.S. Probably. It's a place where Peter and Typo hung out a lot.
Right.
But
tell
that
them
was great.
tell them about what they had. Tell them what they showed you. The thing that was in the frame or the plaque, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. Pete had mailed over his underwear from prison.
Oh my
it was like
God.
2006, and he had signed them and said, "From behind these bars to your bar." It was pretty cool.
Basically, from what Tom told me, the owner of of Duff's, right, was given this pair of underwear from Peter Steele from when Peter was in the mental asylum, and autographed it for him. And apparently he's got what was it, in a frame or something?
Yeah, it was in a frame and had a little placard, giving a little history on it.
Now, why would anybody want that, by the way? I'm just curious.
Peter Steele was a sick individual. He had a sick sense of humor, but it made people laugh. People like me, at least.
So he's like G.G. Allen in a way.
Not that extreme.
Not that disgusting. Yeah.
Not that disgusting, no. But, I mean, knowing Peter, he just had a really warped sense of humor, and I thought it was pretty fun.
He liked having a good time, in other words.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I didn't know that about him. I didn't know he was a bit of a prankster.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's kind of cool. Well, now it makes sense. Even though that's
we heard
disgusting
we heard
as shit, but yeah, that's even though it's really foul to do that to somebody, well, to do that to anybody, to sort of autograph a copy of your soiled clothing. But I mean,
don't know if they were soiled, but
well, you never know.
Might have had some yellow stains on them.
Well, there could have been little marks in the back, little track marks back there, little brown streaks.
That just gives it character.
Skid marks.
Yeah, so hopefully nobody ran their nose through it.
Oh, I hope not.
No, it was in a frame. I don't think they could get to it. I'm sure people would have paid to try, though.
Maybe a Japanese fan.
Oh gosh, no, that would be German shyster.
Well, the Japanese have that in their vending machines as well.
Oh, do they?
Get some,
yeah, that's right. Underwear.
Pair of underwear.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I never understood that, by the way. That's sort of,
neither have I.
That's sort of a fetish, by the way. Those who have the whole underwear fetish, the men who love sniffing used panties, plenty of guys out there love that sort of thing. I never understood it, to be honest. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm just being honest here.
Michael, one time I was dating a girl. I was with this girl, and she threw her underwear, she took her underwear and stuffed it in my face. I almost knocked her out. I was like, "What are you doing, you creep?"
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Yeah.
That's a little much. It's a little much.
You might as well fart in your face if you didn't do that.
There's some men out there who probably like that sort of thing.
Well, there are some women out there that pay their rent and make their living doing shit like that.
That's right.
So. Yeah, very true. And but yes, the whole underwear fetish thing and the whole foot fetish thing as well, that's a little bizarre as well. There are men out there who really do get off on women's feet. That's a little bizarre.
I love a petite woman's foot. I love that.
Yeah, but it's not enough to, get you off, is it?
No.
Well, for some men it is.
You're right.
That's
some guys have some really weird fetishes.
That's when, Mike, but I'm just saying that's when you have to sort of slow down and think about it and maybe, just ponder why you have this sort of weird, sort of kinky fetish going on. I'm not, fetish shaming anyone out there. I'm not kink shaming you, nothing of that nature. But
kink shame.
I'm trying to be, appropriate here since we are on YouTube. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. Go ahead, do whatever you want, but. There's some things that are a little weird, like pissing on a girl or getting pissed on. that
Yeah,
sort of
there's
thing
a
as
thousand
well.
things,
There's so
Michael.
many, yes, but you
Yeah.
do have to stop and realize and think about it. Like, why exactly am I into this? Why am I repeating this sort of pattern?
Right.
It's very strange, but
Yeah.
that's a whole nother
Well,
story.
if you're taking out a loan, if you go to the bank and take out
Yeah,
a loan to
that's
get
crazy.
a couple of more pictures of somebody's feet, I mean, you should really think about
Holy
it.
shit!
Mhm. I used to work in an adult clothing store, and we sold everything from like PVC clothing to
Yeah.
butt plugs. And
Oh,
I'll tell
butt
you,
plugs, how nice, right?
the people that would come in and that I would have to deal with, it really spoiled my enjoyment
My bad.
of fetishes. In addition to working, I was the manager of the clothing store, and my office was between the clothing store and the piercing shop, which I was a publicist for.
Yeah.
So I would see all these creepy fetish people coming into the shop, and yet on the piercing side, I saw more naked body parts in a lifetime, or enough for a lifetime. You can't possibly imagine how many body parts I've seen.
That is
Some
disgusting.
of them like all nasty. Yeah, some of them were pierced, and they're like they got pus coming out of them, and they're bleeding, and they're all scabby. And I'm like, why would you do that? It's cool, man. It's great.
Dressing for pleasure, they say in the chat.
Dressing for Pleasure was a place in Montclair, New Jersey. I used to know the owner, but I never shopped there because it was extremely expensive.
So you know this place, this establishment.
Yes. It's long gone now, but the place where I worked was called, what was it called? Pleasurable Alternatives.
Ooh. Pleasurable Alternatives. It sounds very fancy, Mike.
And the name of the piercing shop was Pleasurable Piercings.
Oh. Fancy.
Yep.
Katz Jackson says Johnny Depp's girl likes to soil the bed also.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
So you are talking about Amber Heard or whatever that woman's name is. She likes to soil the bed. Good God, Mike.
That's too much information.
I'm telling you, some people's fetishes are a little extreme.
I'll say. But who are we to judge?
Yeah, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying that's like next level sort of stuff. I couldn't really imagine anyone doing that in a sexual way and getting off on it. That sort of getting you, solid down there in your pants, Mike. A woman's urine, going down your back or down your pelvis.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe, she's into, taking a shit on you.
Oh,
Like if
I
she's
never
from-
understood that, Michael. I never understood that.
Yeah, like she's from the Middle East. Well, for a sheik rather, not for, not her. She's being flown in to sort of get, defecated on.
I never, ever understood that.
I don't understand any of it. I'm terrified of it.
I just don't get it.
I don't understand how anyone could really, go through life that sort of way and just be like, this is what I'm into and this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pay you all this money to just, defecate all over your stomach, really.
Well,
That's
have you ever
horrifying.
seen some of those? I mean, I'm not going to get graphic or detailed or anything, but Michael or Tyler, have you ever seen some of these shyster videos?
no.
They're. I mean, I have to turn away.
You mean these scat videos?
Yeah. Did you ever see the one, Two Girls in a Cup?
Yeah, but that was fake.
No, it wasn't.
That was a fake one. That wasn't exactly
No
real.
way.
Yes, it was a fake sort of ordeal. I remember seeing that, and
Are you sure?
that's what I read. I read that was not legit. That was a work. Two Girls, One Cup was a bit of a work. It wasn't real.
No.
But there are
That's
people out there who
That's
do.
been so long, I can't even remember. I
You're-
can't remember it, but please don't
Yes.
tell me.
Yes, well, there are
don't
people
think
out
we
there who do
could.
that. Yeah, we can't really explain it to you in
Yeah.
too much detail, but you get the point. These people enjoy water
Yeah.
sports, they enjoy eating, all sorts of strange things, but who are we to judge, right? We live in a different world now. We have teachers teaching your kids all kinds of strange and questionable things at a very early age, a very questionable age. And by the way, we are joined by a caller right now. Let's take their call. Let's see what they have to say to us here. Good evening, caller. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Star, and I think Michael Decon knows who this is.
We all know. What's going on? How
I
are
know.
you?
Hey, sweetie, I miss you. Anyway, yes, things are so changing.
Yep.
I think a couple of you, or at least one of you, is at least 30? 30 years
Oh,
old?
Yes.
I'm not. No, I'm
Anybody?
far older than that.
Mike
Yeah.
is 21.
Oh, okay.
Mike's a young man.
Back in the day, when you remember, had any of this crap been accepted as everyday run-of-the-mill stuff? I'm talking about the wokeness. I'm talking about the what they are giving to kindergartners and the first through third, fourth, fifth grade, whatever porn they're pushing on our children. It seems to be this plan on really fucking the brain up
Whoa.
of the up and coming generation. Yeah, of the up
Yeah,
and coming
you're right.
generation.
Are you telling me that
As
it's
well
not
as
beautiful,
trying
by the
to
way?
change-
Are you trying to prevent life from happening? Are you trying to rob these lovely people,
Yes,
Star? Is that what you're telling me here?
yes.
Oh my
I'm being a
goodness.
bitch.
I'm so
Okay?
offended. Yes.
Yes, it's. I have never seen anything like this, and I'm 75. Mike, you already. I mean, Mr. Decon already knows.
75
that.
years
And,
young, yes.
Mike Hideous, if you didn't know before, you know now. But when I was in school, stuff like that, that person or people would have been arrested and put away.
Who would have
forever.
been arrested? Gay people, is that what you're telling me? Gay people would have been arrested.
People pushing the people pushing this crap of throwing pornography at our children.
Right.
And you know what is really fucked up?
What is?
It's Disney. People my age grew up with Disney, okay? Always, it's Disney, it's so cool, yeah. You know how hard it is for me and others like me of my age to go, oh my God, how do I rip myself away from that? Oh my God. And I just said that. Yeah.
Well, you know why that is, Star? Because, I mean, it seems like about every 30 years, things kind of really change drastically with a new generation that comes into the world, and they
I
are the
noticed
future,
that.
so they change things. That's why what I'm seeing happen now, as well as a lot of people, this whole woke movement, making kids think that it's okay to dress like a boy when you're a girl, or vice versa. I think those
Right.
influences.
And what happens to that generation when they get old enough to start making decisions?
I'm wearing a dress right now, by the way.
The world.
You know what the
What?
answer is to that, Star? They're all going to be seeing psychiatrists in about 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. What happens to the world population?
Oh, well, hopefully I'll be dead and gone.
Mike's gonna be
because-
dead, yes.
Well, I know
He'll be
I
gone.
will be, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
they're-
matter.
they're-
I still
you
have
know what it
kids,
is? They're
grandkids,
they're
and
setting
great-grandkids.
themselves up for a big fall. They're not. They seem to believe that utopia is something that can be reached through this Marxist movement. But the fact of the matter is that they're too stupid to understand that the world does not work that way. It's okay to be gay.
I
It's
don't
okay to
think
be.
it's stupid.
It's okay to
Mike,
love.
Mike,
If you're just yes.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's heartbreak. I think
Well, whatever it may be,
they don't want to
they're going to end up
accept it
paying
because
for it psychologically.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. But I don't think it's stupidity. I think it's they see what's happening. breaks
Oh,
their
I
heart,
think
and
it's
they don't want
stupidity.
that
I
to
think
happen.
if you're pushing on a young boy in first grade or second grade, and you're saying, oh well, you know what? If you don't feel like a boy, you can dress like a girl. That's abuse
that
to me.
shit? Oh my God. No, that's pure evil. That is pure Satanism.
Call it what you
That
may,
shit
but
has,
it,
that
it's
shit,
it's in you're
I'm
trying
sorry.
to invoke some sort of an ideal into a child that doesn't need to have that. If they decide they want to become gay, let them do it when they're 16, 17, 18 years old, when they have a better idea of
Exactly.
what sex is and how the world works. There's no need to force a child who is a boy to wear girls' clothing. It's just not
No, I
needed.
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Absolutely.
Again, I have nothing against gay people, but when you start
don't
forcing it
either.
on children to make them think that they're not
They don't know.
they're not
They don't know.
what they're supposed to be, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. And a lot of people think that way.
Oh my God, you're exactly right.
Of course
that's
I am.
one of the things that I was trying to say, that they are attacking our children. So when they grow up, they're following this evil rule, which is going to try to take over. Hopefully, we pull things together and stop that crap before it arises.
You say smoke that crack?
No.
Smoke that crack with Hunter
well,
Biden.
They do. I don't.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, Star. With all due respect, I know you're older than I am, and you come from a different generation. And that generation, you know what? Even back in your day, when you were a kid, there were plenty of people who were doing devious, sexual, perverted things. You just didn't hear about it like you do today because of the internet, social media,
right.
and that sort of
from
thing.
that. I was protected from that because I was a baby. But you grow, you learn.
It's a different world now.
It is.
It's a very different world now.
We've allowed it to happen. Meanwhile, all these other countries are laughing at us while we've got in the military. We're training our men to worry about how to be sensitive to transvestites and homosexuals when they're being trained to kill Americans. That's the difference between our military and theirs. We're so preoccupied in this world of being whatever you want. Don't be a male. Don't be a woman. Be non-fluid. Whatever the. I mean, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid.
It's a distraction from
exactly
humans being humans. And oh my God, Levine. I cannot stand looking at that picture.
Who?
I don't even understand how. Just because Biden brought him in or her in, whatever. Oh my God! I see this shit and I'm going, what the fuck? Am I suddenly in this like weird movie?
It almost seems like we are in a weird movie. Yes.
Yeah.
A bad
I
movie.
understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna get going so you can get another caller.
No worries.
But I love you both. And
Thank you, Star.
Deacon, please give me a call or answer my Skype, please.
I answer no
we
one.
haven't talked for so long.
I
miss
don't
you.
answer anyone on Skype, by the way. It's just what I do. You know, I ignore the outside world. That's kind of what I do. But yes, thank you for the call.
Have a happy Easter, Star.
Yes, have a happy Easter. And definitely anybody who wants to call in, the number is 424-666-2425. Mike, I do have to be honest with you. I get a lot of phone calls and lots of messages through Skype. Usually when the show isn't even on and people think we're live.
Yeah, no, I could imagine.
It's like we're not live. We're not live at all, but people do call in and they leave their messages and their text messages and their voicemails, and we appreciate that sort of thing. But sometimes I don't always respond, Mike.
How can you? I mean, not for nothing, but you're doing a show here and you're going to get fans. No disrespect to the fans, but you can't answer everybody. You know,
The
you got
world is
things to do.
ending. I think you should be writing to your parents or something. Don't write to me, write to your parents. That's how I'm feeling right now. I mean, here we are. It's almost Easter, by the way. Happy Easter to both of you. I don't think there are any small children in your life, Mike, nor in
No.
yours, Tyler. So,
No.
Tyler, were you clipping your nails before?
the hell were you doing back there?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I heard some clipping going on. It sounded like you were clipping your nails.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
You were clipping your nails on air. That's a first.
Smoking
I was
crack.
drinking some water though.
Okay,
All right.
you could do that.
Maybe that's what it was.
Clipping your nails, though, that would have been pretty disgusting if you were. I would have said shame on you, Tyler, clipping
No.
your nails like a diva.
Hey,
No.
I didn't tell you, Michael. The day before yesterday,
Yeah,
I caught a bat in my fireplace.
I think you showed me a photo of that.
Did I? Okay.
I was wondering what happened. I was thinking, were you in some sort of
Yeah, and you
Chinese
know,
lab?
the
Oh, Mike, did you get
the,
cut off?
the ironic thing about it is that it was behind a Bela Lugosi statue that I have on my fireplace, and right behind that the cats were going nuts. They were. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's probably a spider. Just leave it alone. And this went on for like 5 minutes until I finally went over to the fireplace and I heard little scratching going on. Long story short, I caught a bat down in my room.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. You caught a bat. I thought you might have turned into a bat when I saw that photo there. I'm like, he either
Well-
turned into a bat or he is in China.
Well, the ironic thing was that it was behind the Bela Lugosi statue.
China.
Well, that's perfect, by the way. Good timing there. Yes.
Well, haven't you caught bats before? Don't you have a history of catching birds?
Yes. In fact,
Think I-
last March, last year, I caught 5 bats at my neighbor's living room.
Wow.
So you could almost be a professional.
He's like
I
Jack
am-
Hanna.
I'm Batman.
He is Batman. DFS Donovan says, luckily for them, both my parents are dead, Michael.
Ooh.
I have no
Yikes.
idea what's going on there, but both parents dead and gone.
That's sad.
That is pretty wild.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So parents are dead. That's a good way to start the show.
Damn,
Both my
son.
parents are dead.
Wow.
I think that's how I'm going to
harsh.
start my next show here in the intro. Both my
Jesus
parents
Christ.
are dead, so now I topped you, Mike. I win.
I win.
I win. I win the pot of gold.
Oh.
Well, some people don't like their parents, you know.
That's true. Some people would probably celebrate and drink champagne if both their parents met their fate.
Mhm.
Isn't that insane?
It's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark,
Mm.
but it's true. There are people out there like the Melendez brothers. You know, they were, you know,
Oh my God.
you know,
Didn't they? They shot them.
they did. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
remember that?
I do.
You could have one of those kids, Mike.
I'll pass on that. Glad I don't have any kids.
Yeah, Mike. They could have ended up like those brothers.
Believe me, I am far from parent material.
I think you would have made a pretty good dad, Mike.
As long as I didn't have to raise it and like I could communicate with it after it's like 15, 16, then I could have a relationship with a child, my child. But otherwise, no diapers, no puke, no screaming, no teaching. Just get away from me until you're old enough to listen to rock and roll.
And Tyler, are you planning to have any children there out there in Florida? In Florida?
No, I don't think so.
No kids.
I'm 31.
And does the
And,
girlfriend know that?
Yes. Yeah. We
She's-
have two. We have
Uh-huh.
2 cats and a dog,
That's enough.
and we like to take vacations and travel, and you know, I mean, that's good for us.
You know, I've got a couple birds, 2 cats, and now I have a bat.
Now a bat. Yeah, you have all kinds of things to raise there, Mike.
I plan on letting it go after Tuesday. We're gonna get snow here on Tuesday, so I can't let it out yet.
You know, I was
Not
going to
good.
ask either one of you, but neither of you are parents. Maybe those in the chat room could answer this one, or someone could call in and give me an answer, since, you know, we are headed towards Easter here. And I know most of you out, well, not all of you, but some parents out there, you know, tell their kids that the Easter Bunny is real. I'm kind of wondering when the cutoff point is, when you start telling your kids that the Easter Bunny doesn't exist. What
I
age
only
does
learned-
that come in? Like, you know, when do you
I was
tell your kid that?
31 now.
I was 35 when I learned the Easter Bunny didn't exist.
I read an article, and it was in the UK, and it said that a huge percentage of
Yeah.
kids from 3 years old and up had a Facebook account. So I would be amazed, you know, I mean, because it seems like the younger people are getting exposed to the actual world, or the world
Oh,
that they
definitely.
Much sooner.
so it's kind of hard to keep that going on. I mean, kind of seems like a dying.
Well,
a dying
hypothetically,
trend.
let's just say you had a kid, Mike or Tyler. What age would you cut them off from, you know, believing in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny? You get it, maybe even God. What age would it be?
Are you asking me or Tyler?
Both of you, whoever wants to step up to the plate first, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tyler.
The stage is
I-
yours.
I think the Santa is cool. You know, I mean that's you know, I mean that's good for kids. The Easter Bunny. I mean, I never.
Will you shut up, man?
I don't know. I never believed in much of that as a kid, even. So
Your parents didn't love you that much? What are you saying?
well, it's just kind of silly, you know.
They cut you off at 3 or 4? They're like, you know,
Get a
Santa's,
job.
yeah, they told you to get a job.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh man.
Yikes.
So your childhood ended when you were about 5.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tyler.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Yeah, it does. Well,
Wow.
I don't know. It does
That's
kind of
rough.
seem. That was just never a big deal, you know, growing up.
Are your parents Jehovah's Witnesses?
No,
Are your
no,
parents
it's
bunnies?
I have that
It's
in
a-
my side of the family, by the way.
no. My family is all very Pentecostal.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah. So
Ooh,
that's fun. I mean,
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out now.
If
Well,
I had a kid,
If you
I
had a kid, yes.
So this question is really good because I've never really thought about something like this. The problem, I'm sure that if I were married and I had a kid, and let's say, you know, toddlers or children
Yeah.
who are at the age where they're believing in getting presents from Santa Claus and chocolate from the Easter Bunny, I don't know if I could participate in it, only because I've never. I mean, yeah, I went through it as a child. I believed in the Easter Bunny. I believed in Santa Claus. And for me, the cutoff date was about 11,
11.
maybe 10. Yeah.
I think I was already robbing stores at 11. No, I'm joking, Mike. I wasn't.
Probably.
I'm pretending I did that. I wish I was that cool, but no, at the age of 11, I was not that cool at all. Caller, go ahead. You are live. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. Are you a parent?
Absolutely not.
Then you are disqualified from this conversation.
Goodbye.
Only parents, people that own pets, not you. Just kidding. Just kidding. This is our friend from Canada, by the way.
Hey, what's up?
Yes. How you guys doing, man?
The Great White
Nice.
North.
I'm coming up to your country soon.
Good.
Hello.
Come on up. Good luck.
I am. Are you on the East Coast or the West Coast or in the middle?
Middle, Ontario.
Ontario. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be going up to I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your whole colon, but I'm going up to probably like the Nova Scotia area to photograph puffins.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Sounds fancy.
That might be happening probably in maybe either fall or winter. I'm not sure yet. I haven't planned it yet.
Lots of blueberries there.
Is there now? I had no
Blueberry
idea.
capital of Canada.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if they grow in the winter, but I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the warning.
And I take it it's going to be cold out there.
Probably. I mean,
Holy shit.
Canada's cold all the time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's too cold for me out there, that's for sure. I would die.
When I was out there, oh my God, it was 2004, I think I was out there. And my goodness, we were up in June. And when we left New Jersey, it was like 92 degrees. When we got to Canada, it was like 60 something. And we were freezing. And meanwhile, everybody up there is running around in shorts.
In
no
shorts,
shirts on.
yeah.
I'm like, you guys are nuts.
Everyone's in sandals walking around like nothing, right?
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is our summer. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to Jersey. Thanks.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But yes, our friend in Canada, not a parent. But if he was a parent, at what age would you tell your son or daughter the truth about the Easter Bunny?
Grade 6.
Grade 6. That's pretty good, actually.
That's like 10, right? 10?
I don't know.
Something like that, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
8th
I would
grade
say
is
that's
like
probably...
13.
Yeah, that's about 13. What if you just let your kid believe in all that till they were like, 19 or something? Then they'd probably go... They would probably turn out to be serial killers. They're like Jeffrey Dahmer at that age.
Or,
If you kept lying to
or
them.
something worse like Asperger's or
Joe Biden, you never know. Something of that nature.
Trans president.
Yeah, or Dave Grohl,
Oh, here we go.
who I wish was at the subway in New York a few days ago.
Amber Heard.
Amber
Yeah.
Heard, another one who, we just found out that she likes water sports. That's the new revelation that's
Have you
coming
been
out.
watching that trial at all?
Well, I was sort of not wanting to be Mr. TMZ, so I was sort of staying away from that sort of thing, but I was sort of, drowned by all the information about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and now I'm learning about
Fucking
these
hilarious.
weird fetishes going on, and I know they were like streaming that online, the whole trial, like the O.J. Simpson trial almost, except not as cool. OJ's innocent, by the
Elon
way.
Musk, too.
Yes, the shot with Elon Musk also awesome, but I just wanted to quickly say that O.J. Simpson not guilty.
The gloves are not fit.
The glove
Must
didn't
have
fit.
quit.
Yes. My God, Mike,
The
just
juice, man. The juice.
the juice is loose. I just wanted to quickly say, guys, I was just a mere child, and I remember the whole entire world was watching that case.
Yep.
That was
The
insane.
white
by
Bronco,
way.
yeah. CNN was going nuts.
The chase, yeah. Holy hell.
What a POS that guy is.
He's innocent, Mike. He didn't do anything. He was never there.
Is that so?
Yeah, that knife, it just sort of cut them on its own. It was a possessed knife.
What a
The
jerk.
Kardashian lawyer.
That's true. Isn't that amazing? If you have enough money, you can get away with murder.
Yeah, just look at politics.
You can get away with a lot of things if you have money. Yeah, so you could even smoke crack. You could do all kinds of things.
Right. That's right.
Well, isn't it amazing that we can watch trials of these people, but we miss the biggest trial probably ever because they wouldn't show it,
Which
and that's
one's that?
the Ghislaine Maxwell deal.
Yes, you're not allowed to even talk about that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Well, I'm confused. What are we talking about? Whose trial?
Are we not allowed to talk about that?
No, well, we can. I'm just saying it's not one of those things that are, very popular these days. They want you to get that out of your head.
Yeah, that shit got tossed and swept under the rug quick.
Yeah, now everyone's talking about Will Smith still. Weirdly enough.
Like who cares?
No one
Yeah,
cares about any of that shit.
Idiot.
But we do care
What's-
about OJ running wild.
It's all distractions.
Murdering people.
That's right.
I think murder is I think America loves people who murder others. I think America loves a serial killer.
Of course.
Yeah, me too. I
Isn't
agree.
that a little weird?
Yeah, they make TV shows about it all the time. It's
They're
great
very
to see it in real life.
They're so popular, by the way. The whole topic of
Podcasts are crazy.
yeah, the whole podcast thing, the whole documentary thing, you name it, anything with a serial killer, people are very much into it. It's kind of one of those weird things, like having a weird sexual fetish in a way. It's like you like feet almost. If you're into that, serial killers, if you're like that into it, it's a little much.
I don't know if that's the comparison, Michael. You might want to find another comparison.
No, I think that was.
Feet
I think
and
that
serial
was.
killers don't exactly.
I think that
go
was
side
the.
by side.
I think that was the best sort of description anyone could ever have, and the best
I would argue
observation.
that they might.
Damn, son.
It was good. That's a good comparison. Murder and feet, sex and violence. That's really what it's all about, folks. That's what really goes over with America, sadly. Foot fetishes, people getting peed on, defecated on, brown sports, as they say in the chat room. That's all, that's all good. Puberty blockers.
Politician family smoking crack.
Smoking crack, popular, I was going to say puberty blockers given to children. I mean, these are all things that are cool in 2022, by the way. Dressing in all leather like Mike did. All good. Except Mike was on a stage and not walking around teaching kids.
Throwing your
Yes, I was
parents in
riding-
jail for misgendering.
Yes,
Unless
leather
I
daddy,
was
they
riding my
say.
motorcycle, then I would wear all leather in like the middle of July.
Mike used to wear all vinyl on stage, by the way.
No, never
tight.
once. Well, only once. Only once. I
Granddad.
played the Limelight and I wore vinyl pants.
Yes,
They didn't look good.
with your sort of netting, sort of top exposing your nipple.
That yes. That was,
And cutting yourself on stage. Mike did it all, by the way. He was out there doing these things, looking very,
dapper.
yes, very dapper, but very, very sexual, appealing to the men and women out there. Mike, that's also what you drew. Let's be honest.
No, you're right.
You had
You're
that out
100%
there,
right.
sure.
But
Can't deny
that's-
that.
that's part of being a performer. That's
You
what I
get
did.
you get those fans. Yes, don't be shy about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
That's who goes to shows too.
I know.
A lot of gay guys out there.
And nowadays, if you looked at me, you'd think I was a hillbilly.
I know, right? What a transformation! The metamorphosis of Mike. We need a sort of side by side photo of Mike now. He looks like
Good
a
idea. I should do something like that. I'll put like my hunting cap on with I'll have my rifles out, my shotgun, and maybe my army fatigues and my Timberland brown boots.
from dressing like Prince on stage to looking like an extra
That's a
of
good
that
idea,
one
Michael.
show.
I should do
Doug
that.
looking like an extra for Doug Dynasty now. Yeah, Mike
Yeah,
was
that's in my neck of the woods.
Mike was really out there, by the way. If you've never seen him in his prime when he was out there doing his thing on stage, Mike very loose, very professional, getting the job done, hitting all the angles. Mike doing his thing out there. Very proud of Mike, by the way.
Thank you, Michael. That's
And
very
Tyler
kind
as
of you.
well, the Florida man. We love Tyler very much as well. I don't know what to say though, Tyler. You live in a very strange place in this world, as well as I do. I live in California, so you live like in
Yeah.
California #2. Except it's a little bit, a little bit more
No.
liberal. But
I don't know about that.
well, I'm
It's-
trying to ruffle some feathers with the listeners out there. But Florida is still pretty awesome. But you do have those people out there that do all this crazy stuff out there that makes no
Well, yeah,
sense.
I mean, there's crazy people everywhere. It just seems like the Florida people get highlighted the most.
It's in
I
the
mean,
water. It's in the water.
Where we live, I mean, it's you've got Florida and Alabama and Mississippi. It's all right. I mean, it's not that far away on the Gulf Coast. So we travel all over, but me and Tom, we work in Alabama, and we go back and forth all over.
Alabama? No kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I live in Alabama.
He's an
I live in
Alabama
Mobile.
man. Yes.
So you guys are relatively close to the border of each state you live in.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm an hour away from Tom and them.
Yeah.
So I go back
That's
and forth.
very similar with my situation. I live about an hour from the border of Pennsylvania and about an hour from the border of New York State.
Yeah.
Mike is a big human trafficker out there.
Right?
He's in charge of trafficking Ukrainians, by the way.
I'm also a drug mule.
He's making lots of money. By the way, a Florida man
We
guilty
just
of
got some Ukrainians arriving today in our town.
By the way, a Florida man guilty of killing wife, 3 kids, and dog because he thought apocalypse was coming. So, Mike, you would love this guy.
Shit. Well, welcome to the Bible Belt.
Unbelievable.
I know Mike would love that story, but yes.
I feel sorry for the dog.
Me too, right? That's what I thought initially. I thought, poor dog.
Poor dog. Exactly. I don't give a damn about crackpot people.
Killed
but
his
God,
wife and their 3 kids and the family dog, by the way.
What a shame. What a shame.
That is crazy, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Funny, you survive the virus that we went through and all the other crap that we've been dealing with, and then you got to kill yourself because you think the apocalypse is coming. I mean, if you're that sure it's coming, why don't you wait until like it's just about here and then blow your brains out?
Some people think that, some people are saying that we are in the end times, and
They've been saying that for years.
they've been
Michael.
saying it for a long time. That's what I was going to say. I don't exactly subscribe to that notion. However, people have been saying this is the start of, the end times. We're at that tipping point. It's just around the bend. But yeah, people have been saying that for a very long time.
We'll get through this. We always do.
As we always do, yes. These dark times, like our friends in Canada out there.
Good old
Yeah, I remember year 2000. Everything was going to end in the year 2000.
2000 and then 2012 and
Yeah,
earlier
we
and
had
earlier.
Y2K. Then we had 2012 with the Mayan
Yeah.
calendar.
Just end it
So
already.
something.
Let's
yeah, was
just
it
end it already.
2021 in there?
Yes,
Yeah, probably.
That's something.
every year, it's been going on since the dawn of time. And that's been
Mhm.
reported, but I don't really believe so. Earth is going to exist whether we're here or not.
That's right.
So,
Yep, we've said that a million times.
Oh,
on
yes.
this show.
unless we blow it up.
which
Yeah,
is
but
something
even
that
if
might
we did
happen.
that-
They're claiming, like Zelensky has been saying that Putin is going to be playing with nuclear weapons now. So we might see a nuclear holocaust, they're saying. That's what
This is-
Zelensky's saying, but, that's Zelensky. We don't really,
This is a definite concern, but even if we did try to blow ourselves up, even if we did have a nuclear holocaust, the Earth would continue. And even though we might wipe out a lot of people, humanity would still, it would still carry on.
Yeah.
Life would still carry on. It finds a way.
life will go
It
forward.
might take 100 or 1,000 years, but I mean, if you look in the history of the creatures that have lived on this earth and have survived meteor strikes and comet strikes and volcanoes and earthquakes and tidal waves, you get through it. I mean, we may not get through it, but eventually life will start anew.
Unless your husband or wife murders you in your sleep.
Precisely. Precisely.
That's terrible.
There is that possibility.
Unbelievable. What a POS.
What a world, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something else to be taken out by your own father.
Oh,
It's
Imagine
very
if,
Crispin Watt-esque.
Very Chris
Michael.
Benoit-esque, yes.
Michael, do you know if this guy had a religious background?
Well, Mike, I'm sure he did if he's talking about the apocalypse.
Okay.
I think he was very much into all of this sort of thing.
Well, obviously, I was just wondering if he was like a Christian or Muslim or
No, he's
Jew
definitely
or
a
whatever.
Christian, definitely not a Jew.
I can say for sure that judging by the state of our government and the shit that you see every day, I mean, not to justify it, but if there was ever a time, you would think it was now. It's a total clown show.
I thought it was going to be the year 2000 with Y2K. I literally sat in my art studio
Really?
with a loaded gun,
Whoa, Mike, I didn't know about that.
a flank jacket,
Jesus.
and I had all the lights turned out, and I was looking out the windows waiting to see the bombs go off.
Yikes.
Yeah, I was a lunatic.
Damn, Mike, you didn't tell me that story. So you were all in on Y2K. You thought the world was going to be over, and you had to fend for
did.
yourself with a shotgun.
Yep.
Look
Yeah,
at
me
Mike.
too.
You too,
Actually-
Mr. Canada out there. Also, you thought that the end times were near back in 2000.
Yeah, I bought like $1,000 worth of drugs and alcohol, and we were just sitting hunkering down, man.
Amen to
Man,
that.
That's the way to do it. $1,000 worth of
We just
drugs.
hunkered down,
Damn.
yeah.
Were you hanging out with Hunter Biden by any chance?
I hope you had a good time.
I wish. Would have been free.
That would have been very free.
I hope you had a good time.
Good
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
That was a great answer. I would have been doing the same as well if I was that freaked out too. I think everybody would probably be doing that if they were able to.
Yeah. Can I ask you?
We thought we were.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you what you bought?
Oh, we had some cocaine. We had some crack. We had some mushrooms, some weed, lots of vodka.
Wow.
Good for you.
He was really,
Sounds like a great time.
he was hanging out with Hunter Biden, that's for sure.
I think I would have exploded with all those drugs in me. Oh my God!
And we thought everything was going to end, so we didn't pay the guy till tomorrow, right?
Oh, damn.
So we had to pay the guy anyway.
Even
Ooh.
better. Oh my God! Hey, don't worry, I'll pay you tomorrow.
I'll pay you tomorrow. Yeah. Wow.
I'm good for it. I'm good for it. Don't
And
worry.
he skipped town,
And he skipped down, right?
and he no longer lives there anymore. Wow.
Wow, that's
That's
a great story.
That is good. That was really good. Probably the best story I've heard.
Mind you, we are not advocating the use of drugs on this program.
Not at all.
This is strictly entertainment.
Drugs
Well, we
are
thought the phones
the
were going
devil.
to break down, right? We couldn't call the guy because the phones were going down, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, everyone thought it was
in
over.
retrospect, looking back, 2000 was pretty fucking nice compared to some of this.
Well, compared to now, yes, that was a whole different world. The year 2000 for sure.
Yeah, up until 9/11, it was good.
Yeah. I was trying to stay away from that. I was just
Yeah, I can't think of 2000 without thinking of 9/11 because
2001.
once Bush took over, he was another dumbass. He took over the presidency and he was just another moron, and pretty much sat around doing nothing until 9/11 happened, and then that was the start of his shit show and creating a war with Iraq and bombing the mountains of Afghanistan. I mean, what a mess. All those soldiers, all those people that died, all those
Yeah.
Americans that died for that cause. And now we look back and there's the possibility of a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Well,
Wow.
in 2001 we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have all this
That's right.
shit.
that's right.
So you would say that he could have been a rhino per se. I mean, he's doing the
he
same
is a
shit.
rhino.
Yeah,
He's-
I mean,
he's full of crap.
like if we would have had, the conspiracy, the rabbit holes that I'm sure a bunch of people have gone down with that, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to sit back and see how history remembers George Bush and how all the Republicans now very much against George Bush circa 2022.
Oh yeah, but
BC.
at the time he was
Before
he was
Christ.
he was the best. He was doing this and that, and there were American flags all over Walmart and Kmart, and everybody was patriotic, and we were gonna do this together.
People loved him though. I mean, he was the
yeah.
the next great messiah for a lot of people out there. Everybody very much in support of George Bush.
Well, didn't he run against Al Gore? He was probably a better option anyway.
Yeah.
And no one's
but he-
ever, no president has ever been tested like that before. And of course, we never want to see anyone get tested like that ever again, to be perfectly honest. But, it's hard to really criticize him in many, well, I mean, it is easy to criticize him in a lot of ways, but, you do have to cut him some slack. I mean, this is the first time anything like that it's ever happened to that scale.
Well, if what they say is true,
If it's true,
you might
yes.
not have to cut him any slack at all.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying, in
Well, we'll see.
hindsight, it's still pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What a wild.
We'll
yeah,
never
he
know,
had a.
we'll never know the truth on that.
We won't really know exactly for sure, but it's still pretty insane to go through life, maybe being the reason why this or that happened, or maybe not at all. But yeah, we don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Maybe history
I feel
will
myself.
tell us in time.
Yeah.
If
I
it's
feel
not too
myself
late.
slowly disconnecting from the news and just everything. I'm done with it.
Me
Just
too.
slowly, just focusing on my own life, and
A lot of
it's
people coming
tough,
to that
you know.
same conclusion right now. Lots of people are starting to wake up to all these sort of narratives that they once believed in, and now they're finding out that these narratives were shit the whole time.
yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, honestly, we after what we went through in the last election, it's just pull back and focus on the things that make you happy. That's
Well,
kind of
yes.
where I'm at with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of people got emotionally too involved, I would say.
Me included.
Oh yeah.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah,
No.
Mike was protesting at one time. He was out there beating up cops and everything. He's a BLM protester.
Protest in Ottawa.
What's that, Mr. Canada? What were you saying?
I went to the protest in Ottawa.
Well, you were
4
out there.
days.
What was that like? Did they
Yeah,
beat
getting
you
my
up?
head bashed in by the fucking cops.
The cops beat you up.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Did you deserve it?
Sacre bleu.
Love that. We love that. By the way, I do want to thank you for calling in, my friend. It's always good to talk
Thank
to you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right. Take care of yourself out there.
Take care, buddy.
Much love, my friend. And there he goes, our friend in Canada and Canada. Silence says Bush marked the beginning of the fake media.
You know what? It's almost accurate. I think that's a very good.
Well, I don't think he was, but the people behind him, I would
Mhm.
say certainly they had a hand in it as well.
I believe that.
You can't
yeah.
really, you can't really put so much power and hope and belief in these puppets. Everyone is being controlled by someone else in this game. You're kind of just misled into thinking that they are really in charge, like Joseph Biden.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, he
doesn't know where he's at.
he
He's
shits
walking
his pants
around.
in front of the Pope. So,
He shits his
you
pants.
can't hate him too much because
He's walking around shaking the air's hand, so
Oh.
you can't tell me
He,
he's in charge of anything.
gives a speech. He gives a speech that he stumbles through his speech, and then when it's done, he turns around and doesn't know how the fuck to get off the stage. So.
Oh my God! Did you see that footage of him trying to talk to Hussein Obama?
Yes, and he just was ignored by everybody.
That
Because
was pretty
Obama
sad.
has no respect for him, and a lot of his administration are really just they have no faith in him because he's bumbling left and right. Every time he does a so-called press conference, he makes a comment that isn't on the cue card, and then his administration has to quickly
Oh yeah,
what am I trying-
they retract everything that
They retract,
when
exactly.
when he's in his stupor and talking a bunch of shit.
right.
They have to go immediately and retract to the media and put out public statements. It's crazy.
He's an embarrassment to this country. He truly is. He truly is. And every country, every one of our enemies is taking absolute advantage of this, if you will, the letting down of the guard, so to speak, of this country, because that's what's happening. And mark my words, if Trump had gotten this election, none of this would be happening. I
No.
swear that none of this would be happening.
I don't think so.
You disagree with me?
No, I'm saying I agree with you. I don't think
okay.
that any of this would be happening at all.
I still tend to believe it would, in a weird way.
And it's possible.
I still think things would have been bad with
I think he
anyone
would
there.
have handled it better, though.
Well, that would be yet to be seen. But yes, I don't think anyone is handling any of these things good.
I know what you're saying, though. I understand.
I just don't have much faith in any of these people.
And I respect that, Michael. I really do.
I've
And
lost all sorts of hope and respect.
So have I.
For
So have I.
all of
But
these so-called leaders that we have.
you're absolutely right. But I cannot emphasize enough how many times I've said Trump was not one of them. He could not be bought like all of the rest of them are. That's the only reason I constantly stand up and say, Trump this, Trump that. And you know what? Those people out there who don't like him, what can I tell you? Sit on the tack. I just think that he was the better person to get to be president because he wasn't a politician. He could not be bought.
I miss Trump, to be honest. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
entertaining.
Me too.
I thought you didn't like him that much.
I
Mike.
didn't really like a lot of things about him, but I always found him to be amusing. I like that.
Imagine
Well,
that. All the news programs now are losing ratings because they have nothing to report.
Well, it doesn't. All this stuff. It doesn't mean anything until it hits your pocketbook.
Well, that too,
When
but-
when gas was $1.87, and now it's $3.75 where I'm at right now, which is not horrible compared to some of the other places.
Like California,
Shit.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
shit, in
California,
New York, it's $5.15 a gallon,
Mm-hmm.
and traveling there last weekend, I'm like, holy shit,
It just
But
went
you-
down about 10 cents out here in Jersey and PA.
Yeah. But it doesn't really mean anything to you unless it's affecting you.
You know what the sad thing is? Biden went and used up our reserves for our military,
Yeah.
and
To-
now
to-
we have
I
to
know.
bring prices down. And how long did that last? 2 days.
To bring prices down a couple of cents.
It's
Holy shit.
It's
And now
$5.79
we
out
have
there.
no
and
more reserves for our military.
gas is $5.79, by the way, in Honolulu, according to our friend David in the chat.
How much?
Jesus.
$5.79.
Wow.
In Hawaii?
That's about right.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
about
but
right though.
California, it's a record high. I think
It
it's
was-
like 6 something.
It's like $6 there, $5.29, $5.27.
What a disgrace.
Yeah,
We could be right now.
it's a little
we
bit
could
lower
be
though than
energy-
it was before.
Energy independent if that idiot had not shut down the pipeline.
Well, that's exactly what happened, and all of us are now suffering from it.
Right.
But that's all right, though. I mean, life goes on. Life goes on, and we'll walk if we have to now.
Ugh.
Do you like my lies, Mike? I live in the desert. I can't walk out here.
I couldn't walk anywhere.
I would die.
Everything is like at least 20 minutes away from me.
Yeah, Mike would
Well,
certainly
we-
die out there.
We could do, just get some motorcycles,
Yeah, and
try to
I
relearn
can't
how to
ride.
ride
I
those
can't
things.
ride a motorcycle in 3 feet of snow in Pennsylvania.
That is true. That is true. You can ride it year round here.
Right. Now, of course.
But-
But they're pushing this ideology of getting rid of all combustional engine cars. They want everybody to have an electric car. You know what it's going to take to get an electric car? You've got to have the voltage plug installed, and then do you know how much a battery for an electric car costs?
Probably
like
a lot.
$10,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a lot.
Yeah,
10
they're
grand.
expensive. And if you live in a hot climate, if you live in the South or
Where I
like,
am.
Arizona, you know, those battery chargers, when they get hot, when they get overheated, they just stop.
And not only that, the elements that they need to make those batteries, you know where they come from?
Yes.
China.
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 Love that.
Well,
China.
even Elon Musk. I mean, you know,
China.
surely he doesn't. You know, have you heard of him trying to buy Twitter and he's trying to do all this stuff? I mean,
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
yeah, he's gonna do it, and if he doesn't do it, they're gonna pay the price.
Yep.
Gang of Four
But-
says it snowed here today. Putin's fault. I agree.
It's gonna
his
snow
fault.
here on Tuesday. I guess it'll be his fault as well.
Yep, it's his fault. Lola says, imagine the battery disposal problems like solar panels.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider. But
Yeah,
owning an
And
electric
again-
car is very expensive, I would imagine.
that's right. And again, to charge an electric car, you need coal.
But I mean,
Coal
Mike.
makes electricity.
But I mean,
Yes.
Mike, if we could all afford them if they would have just sent us the money instead of sending the foreign aid money to the Ukraine,
That's
by the
right.
way. But that would be wrong, though, Mike. You can't have the government giving us
Oh,
anything good,
yeah.
by the way.
Meanwhile, just keep letting all the illegal immigrants in because, you know, hey, who needs a border?
Oh,
right?
well, Mike. I
Every
mean,
country in the world has a border, and they protect it like you have no idea.
You get some nice freebies nowadays if you are an immigrant.
Oh yeah,
The mics you're speaking are probably from China. That's what Vic is saying.
that's right.
China.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but this microphone is not from.
China.
It is from Germany.
There you go.
But yes,
Some of
China.
them are made in Japan. Some of them are made in South Korea.
Like the Fender Stratocaster. There's a Mexican
Is that
one.
so?
I think that's made in Mexico.
It's made in Mexico, right? There's a Japanese
Yeah.
one though,
Yeah,
Probably.
with nice maple wood on the fretboard there.
I have. Who makes Ibanez? I have
Very
an
sexy.
Ibanez electric guitar.
You know, I'm
That's
not really.
Japanese, isn't it?
I'm not really
I don't know
sure.
much. I don't know much
Yeah.
about Ibanez. I have an Ibanez bass. I think they're made in Indonesia. To be honest,
It's very possible. I think it's an Asian-made instrument.
Is your drum kit from
China.
by any chance?
no, it's from the U.S.
That's from the U.S. Are you, when you drum out
Asia.
there, are you barefoot or do you have shoes on? What's going on?
I usually play barefooted.
I was gonna say, I bet
like-
this guy plays barefoot.
I like to play barefoot with socks because
You have hot
when you're just playing socks, it lets your feet really slide on the pedals.
Oh, I thought
And I
that
feel
wasn't a
like-
good thing.
No, it was a good thing for me because
Oh.
I can whenever I'm kicking, I kind of have control over it. You know, if you have rubber shoes, rubber soles, it's limiting.
Japanese strats are best strats. That's what Asuka says, and I agree. Some of the Japanese strats that I've played as well have been pretty badass.
Asuka sounds like an Asian name.
I think Asuka is Asian in my heart. I have no idea if they are from Asia. They're probably from America, but in my heart, they're Japanese. Caller, go ahead. You are live on the air.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Mr. D.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. I've had better days.
You had better days.
My fucking, my wife,
What'd your wife do?
she didn't do anything. That's the goddamn problem.
Oh, that's the goddamn problem. She didn't do anything. Well, at least you're not married to like Lorena Bobbitt, you know.
Oh,
Well, I can tell you this much.
Go ahead.
Miss Lorena Bobbitt knows when to give head.
Knows when to give head, like a good woman.
How are you, Mr. Deacon?
I'm good. I'm just talking to you, enjoying my Saturday before it's Easter. Gonna celebrate with.
I'm sorry. I feel
myself.
bad. I called in tonight because
Yes.
I don't know what to do. I've had a horrible night.
What happened?
My friends have turned against me.
Why?
They're mad at me.
Uh-oh.
Why are they
And
mad?
I told them the truth, and they hate me.
Did you tell them the truth about the Easter Bunny?
Fuck the Easter Bunny, Mike.
Whoa.
Fuck them.
Where
Fuck
at
the
exactly?
Easter Bunny. Fuck Santa Claus, and fuck all of it.
I agree. I had that
Of
same
course you
mindset.
do, sir. You're a realist. I don't care for these ideological conceptions of bullshit. I can't stand it, and it drives me crazy.
Drives me crazy too. I could feel your pain.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. It's not funny, and I'm not happy.
I'm not
Fuck
happy
'em.
either.
Fuck them all. Fuck them all to hell.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Where'd
Damn.
I agree, caller. I feel the same way. F them in their
Mr.
face.
Deacon, what is the topic of tonight? Because I think I might be able to weigh in, or I'll go away. I'll fuck off. Like they all told me to fuck off. They all told me to fuck off.
Were they
Go
Canadian?
away.
Who said that to you?
All my friends told me to fuck off and go away.
Are they from Canada?
No, they're just assholes.
Oh, they're just assholes. Okay.
But if I don't have anything to offer, I'll fuck off. I'll go away. I don't care.
Would you,
Never,
well,
never
caller,
have, sir. I never have really cared about, like, people.
you never
What they
cared much
care
about
what they
people.
say. No, I don't care what they think.
Did
You
you
take
grow
care
up,
of your family.
maybe killing small animals?
No, sir. I'm not a... I know what you're getting at. And sir, with all due respect, I am an intellectual.
Okay,
Fact
I'm
is,
glad to
Jeffrey
know.
Dahmers, those that are serial
That's what I was
killers
thinking of now.
have an affinity towards pyromania, hurting animals, and many other mainstream things that I'm not comfortable talking about this second. But no, sir.
Well, I'm
What-
glad you're not.
What was the
Course
truth
not.
that
Yes,
you
sir.
told that got you in trouble?
I told
That-
my friends to fuck off because they were cocksuckers. I told them that they were in love with ideologies that weren't real, and they got pissed off at me. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck every one of them. Fuck 'em.
That sounds like a great conversation on Christmas.
It's not Christmas, Mr. Deacon.
It is for me.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Sure.
Merry Christmas, sir. But I'm sorry you are not feeling so well. It's almost Easter. You should be very happy and celebrating and eating chocolate and loving life.
Thanks.
Well, sir. I've tried to.
You're trying to.
Do you not remember me, Max? I called before.
I remember you.
Hmm.
I'm glad you're
Your
alive.
co-host. Well, I thought about killing myself, but I did not.
I don't want you to kill
I
yourself.
am not that weak.
No, don't
I
kill
am not
yourself.
weak.
I would
I
be
would never do
very
that.
sad if you did that.
And I would
Good to
tell
hear
to
that you do it.
anybody in the audience who's ever feeling depression, you love yourself explicitly for who you are because you are lovable. Tell them, Michael. Tell them they're lovable.
They are very lovable. Yes, if you are feeling down, do not worry. The sun will shine on
Your
you
voice is
eventually.
so soothing. Like a soft butter.
It's a
across
soft
pancake,
butter.
Alan. Ay.
By the way, caller, I hope you don't know where I live.
Sir,
Oh, nothing.
I don't know where you live. What is this? Am I being infiltrated?
No, sir. I just didn't want anyone looking through my window like
I don't want anyone looking through my
Harvey Weinstein.
fuck Harvey Weinstein.
I don't want you
Fuck
to
him.
see me showering.
No, showers. That's a privacy.
Well, I'm glad you have some decency there, caller.
Deacon,
What was that, sir? I didn't hear you.
are we being spied on?
We are always being spied on, sir.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Don't say, don't say that, please, sir.
It's like the Truman
I don't
Show.
like it. No, I don't think so.
They're watching you now.
Don't please, sir. I
Private
don't.
eyes.
I'm watching you
They're
now.
Watching you.
No, it's not. It's not funny.
Well,
I
it's true.
don't think that.
They're listening.
I'm watching you.
What is that? What is that?
I'm always watching you.
No, don't say that, please, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir. I'm having a hard time.
I'm watching you behind the
Can
mirror.
I ask you something,
No, please.
caller?
No,
Can I ask
please.
you a personal question?
Who is that?
Are you using anything? Are you on anything right now?
No, sir. I don't use anything. I'm not on anything. I don't like
Just curious.
Mr. Dick. Yes, sir. Who is this I'm speaking with, please?
I'm Mike. I'm the other co-host.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
But you're Mike, like Michael Decon, Mike. You're.
Well, there's
There's too
Michael
many
Deacon
goddamn
and there's
Mikes.
Mike Hideous.
There's too many Michaels. That's true.
Oh, it's Mike Hideous. Mike Hideous.
I was
Yeah,
just
Mike
curious
Hideous.
if you had anything to drink tonight or smoke or whatever.
Of course I'm fucking drinking. My wife's a bitch.
His wife is a bitch, so of course he's drinking.
Okay. All right.
No,
All right.
fucking
That's
me.
why I asked, and you said you weren't on anything.
Sir, are
so.
you married? Are you married? Mike, are you? Either one of you, Mikes, are you married?
I'm divorced.
I'm not married.
Well, goddamn, Mike's divorced. Well, fucking lolly da. I bet he's had a few drinks in his own time. This
Yeah, but I got divorced back in
shit doesn't make any
1995.
sense.
Yes.
Well, I was wondering. You were divorced in '95?
Mike already
was-
played the
I was
game.
actually separated in 95. I got divorced in 98.
Oh, that was a while ago. You have probably
It
children.
was actually.
That's so funny.
Yes, sir. Well, I respect you for your.
My goodness, caller.
Please.
Oh, you need a nap, my
Listen.
friend.
Scared him.
No, I don't need a nap. I'm not.
No?
I don't need a nap.
He needs
You
to get away
sound
from
like
the
you're
wife.
very uptight.
Uptight.
Well, it's the wife causing him to be uptight.
My wife tells me
I told you.
I'm uptight. I'm not uptight.
Well,
My
let me
fucking
rephrase that. I don't mean to.
Wife
I'm not
tells
trying to
me
insult you. I'm just saying it seems like you need to get away and just kind of chill out and
Oh,
get yourself together.
Now we're talking.
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have
I
any
mean-
kids, by the
what I
way,
mean is
caller?
prepubescent puberty. Little bitches
Okay.
across
Whoa.
the beach, across the beach with their shining little fucking breasts,
My goodness.
you know,
Oh my God.
percolating up
Where's
beyond the
Epstein when you need him?
horizon. A vocabulary.
I don't
of
think,
prepubescent.
I don't think the wife's gonna like that.
Hope she's not listening.
I'm sorry, sir, but I
I don't think Chris Hansen's gonna like that either.
don't know. It's a hard road.
I guess so. My God.
How long have you been married?
About 25 fucking years.
Whoa.
How long have you been alive?
How long have you been alive? Jesus Christ.
I like the other day I walked
Oh,
into
what
a
a hard
massage
road.
parlor. You know what I told him? I walked into a massage parlor and I put my dick out and I said, please massage my dick. And he said, honey, we already do that here, but you don't need to do that right now. And he was so upset. Fuck that.
Your name's not Hunter Biden, is it?
Hunter, is
Fuck
that
Hunter
you?
Biden. He's got all the pussy in the butt.
Jesus Christ, this caller.
He's a pedophile. I don't agree with pedophilia. You know what I'd like to do, Mister
What's that?
Deacon?
Yeah, tell me.
I
Is this Joe
I
Biden?
want to fuck some good old pussy.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. That's wrong. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry,
Bill
Mr.
Clinton.
Deacon. I apologize.
No, you want some transsexual pussy. There we go.
Oh,
Now
no,
we're
I didn't
safe.
Say that. I just. Oh.
Well, I mean,
just want to get some. I just want to vibrate across the railroad. You know.
it's safer to say that, though. You know, I had to say transsexual. It's, you know, with the new thing, the new game. We're better this way.
Yeah, Mr. Deacon.
We're evolved, Mike. Now we have to go that way.
Indeed.
Oh,
Oh
Mike,
my gosh.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
Mike, how long has it been since? Well, I mean, can we all relate to the fact that?
We could all relate to you. Yes.
Well, vagina's beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
How on earth could that motherfucker be? How on earth could you be a fact?
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you know,
How?
Some people like,
Is that possible?
some people like,
Some people like it.
some
Yeah.
people like that.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Deacon.
Some
You're
people
always the
are,
voice of reason.
some people are
Yeah.
freaks, you know.
They're freaky fucking
They're freaky.
maggots. I like pussy.
I don't disagree with you. Pussy is great. But some people like penis as well. They think that's great.
Have any one of you heard from my friend? Speaking of pussy, I don't want to contradict. I don't want to contradict myself, but I have a friend who's gay,
That's okay.
Uh-oh.
and he's my friend. Fucking don't you ever talk about my friend.
Not.
No, we would never.
I would
How long have
never
you known him? 25
disrespect
I
fucking
him.
love
years?
him with all my heart.
I would love him too if I were you.
I miss him. I miss him.
I miss my gay friend too.
Thank you, Mr. Deacon. I knew you would understand me.
I do. I understand you.
You're smart. You, sir, are, well,
I'm wise beyond my years. Yes.
Smart
I
ass.
haven't heard
Smart
from,
ass. Yes.
You know K-Dub. K-Dub. I haven't heard from K-Dub.
Where is K Dub? Yes, K Dub was in the chat room.
I miss him.
I miss him too. He was our residential sort of. Well, you know, I don't like to sort of out him, but
I heard that bitch got fat.
we heard rumors of our friend K Dub. You know, he was a little, you know.
I
But
was a good tramp. You don't like me anymore.
nothing wrong with being, you know, that sort of thing.
No,
we
he
still
doesn't
love
like
you.
me anymore because he doesn't like me anymore.
So K Dub doesn't like you anymore. What did you do to him?
I think he's upset because
What'd you do?
I don't know, Mr. D.
Did you follow him home?
Yeah, me going once or twice, but he doesn't love me.
Well, you know, love is a battlefield, they say.
Oh, man, it's a bad life.
But
Well, don't worry.
I did
Keep
my
trying.
best. I did my best to love him.
Well, he'll
Mr.
probably love you
Teacher,
again.
I'm
Don't
doing
worry.
my
You just have to call him up and tell him you love him.
Would you call him for me?
I'll call him for you if you'd like. I'll hit him up.
Why is Mr. Marquez laughing? I don't like
I don't
I
know.
laugh at everything. It's nothing personal. Don't
My
take it
kitty,
the wrong way.
you know, my kitties used to be half naked on stage, so I don't know why he's laughing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, my kitties was all on display in his younger years. You know, showing nipple, showing his penis off.
Yeah, but I bet he has a big dick.
Well, you know, we don't really talk about that sort of thing here on the show. That you know,
Yeah, this is a Christian show.
this is a Christian show, by the way.
Yeah, I bet when he, I bet
Pentecostal.
it's big dick.
This is very Christian. We don't go down that route. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's Christian. Yeah, I
Dude,
know.
you know.
I know. Hallelujah. I bet his dick's big.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
My goodness.
Hallelujah.
Oh, my ribs hurt from laughing.
Mr. Deacon, I appreciate your phone call.
You got
I
it,
just
brother.
want you to know, I appreciate your phone call. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
You got it, brother. Take care and be safe out there.
Yes, sir.
Good night,
You be
brother.
safe because.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Because you be safe because it's a crazy world.
You be safe
sure
too,
is.
because I'll be behind your window at night. Good night.
Shit.
And there he goes.
Good luck with your marriage. By
That
the
was
way.
a great call. We hope him well in his marriage, and the children that he has, we hope they are soundly asleep right now.
And do not need psychiatric help in the years to come.
In a few years, hearing Daddy talk in the other room.
Oh lordy,
Whoa.
that was fun.
That's what you get
I mean-
sometimes here on the show when we do these live shows. You never know what's going to happen, who's going to call in. We enjoy this sort of thing, and we're sort of looking at the end of the show quite soon here. But yes, if you feel like calling in, please feel free to do so before we wrap it up. 424-666-2425. And yeah, that's where we are right now in real time. in doing the show, enjoying our Saturday before Easter. Now we have another call here. Who knows who this is? It could be Lucifer.
Probably his wife.
It could be his wife. It could be Satan. Who knows? Caller, go ahead. You're live.
I am Satan.
Whoa, we do have Lucifer on the line. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Satan, how come you haven't called me?
Yeah, why have you called Mike?
you need to check your email.
Yeah, you need to check your email, Mike.
Yeah, I did at AIM.
Yeah, he's on AIM. AOL.
He's modern these days. He's doing email.
I'm on Net Zero. Caller, what's your name? What's your problem? Go ahead.
What's your problem?
My problem.
What's your problem? Is the wife bothering you?
I think I figured something out.
What happened?
I think I figured out who controls the traffic lights in this country.
Who? Joe Biden? Is it Hillary? Does she control it with her mind? Who is it?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Is it Dennis
His
Rodman?
laugh is infectious.
It might be Dennis Rodman who controls the
yeah, I think
system.
It's Chinese child slaves. They pull levers. That's how you get red, green, yellow, all of them. They're underground.
Makes sense.
Oy vey.
Oh,
Well, you never know.
Indeed.
You never know. That could be true.
I think you need to do an entire show on this.
We might have to, but there are like stations underground that do control the traffic lights out there, and in the Los Angeles area, that's kind of well known. There's lots of security cameras out there all over the streets in Los Angeles. If you have never looked into that, please do so now. You'll see a whole huge grid out there, and people in these offices controlling the lights.
By Chinese child slaves that pull levers.
They might be the same people that are making iPhones in China for us, yes. And they're like, you know,
And like, if they don't pull the lever at the correct time, they get like shot in the head. They had to like replace them with another one.
they get thrown off a roof.
Perfect job for a hobbit.
Yes, for little hobbits out there, that's a good gig for you. A midget. Remember the time when they were like doing all those reality shows with midgets for a while? You know, you had like Pit Boss. You had that little guy, and he was like with
Little
pit
people.
bulls. It was kind of weird.
Yep.
What a weird time.
Do dating shows and everything.
They use Keebler elves, not Chinese child slaves.
Well, they could be Chinese elves. They could be imported
Keebler
elves.
You know, like little snacks.
Or that too.
People are cookies.
It's actually Beetlejuice
DMT
from
elves.
Howard Stern. Well, maybe Beetlejuice is alive and well, thank God. And the safety doc says, Mike and Mike to deliver the Easter basket full of praise and props for my new book. Okay. Yes, you definitely need to come on the show. The safety doc, by the way, promoting his new book, by the way, The Velocity of Information. I guess it's a new book. We definitely want to bring him in. That's the safety doc out there. Check him out, boys and girls. He's out there in the chat, hanging out. Hopefully he's not looking through someone's window. Like the last caller who was, you know, regular Jeffrey, well, not Jeffrey Epstein. He was more like a regular Harvey Weinstein, you know, looking in bathroom windows, that sort of thing. That's probably why the wife is mad at him.
I think it was Dahmer.
What was that, caller?
I think it was Dahmer.
Jeffrey, yeah, he was kind of like a cross of Jeffrey Dahmer and like a sort of like a child actor, sort of. That's kind of the vibe I got. He was kind of like a Corey Feldman sort of
Corey
guy.
Feldman?
Yeah, he was kind of like Corey Feldman.
I think he called in looking for some help, and we didn't give it to him.
We didn't.
Not at all.
There's like 5 different accents on this phone call right now. It's hilarious.
It was great. But yes, caller, did you have anything else to add before we go to another caller here soon? What else you got, brother?
Mike Sidious, what are you reading right now?
Yeah, Mike, what are you reading? Are you still reading 50 Shades of Grey?
I am reading Two things. One, I had to put everything off with the passing of my father,
Oh
but I've been
my.
working on the editing of my own book that I'm going to be releasing in a few weeks, and I'm reading a book. What the hell is it called? They Dare Not Call It Treason. It's from a writer who wrote this book 1957, I think, after the Second World War. And I'm reading it because the comparison of what's happening now as to what happened back then with communism, it's quite interesting. So I just started reading it about, I don't know, about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then, as I said, the situation with my father happened. So I've kind of put everything off the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And there you go.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your father, but yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. Well, thanks, caller, for that, and we'll talk to you again soon, my friend.
All
Thank
right.
you for calling.
Thank you, brother.
Green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and
That's
ham is what you were reading, according to David in the chat. We did have another call, by the way. I don't know what happened to them. They were here, now they're gone. Maybe we should call them back. Yeah, let's call them back. Let's bother them this time. You call the show, I don't answer. Now I call you. You better answer. Or you're in trouble. By me. Hello, did you just call the show and not pizza?
Yes, sir. No, I called the shot. It was Mike, right?
This might be.
Works. Yeah, no, I had a question. Seeing if you guys wanted to play.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Shoot away.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, go ahead. It's all
right.
good.
So the question, there's no wrong answer here. Is there a difference between soul and consciousness? And if there is, can you define the difference? And certainly, it could be unvarnished. This is play, so.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat that?
Is there a difference between soul and consciousness? And if there is, can you define it?
Wow, that's deep.
It is. I was not expecting that after talking about Harvey Weinstein.
Sorry, you have a choice, though. No is always acceptable as well. You don't have to answer. There's no right or wrong.
Well,
it's your deliverance.
That's a very difficult one to sort of answer. You know, you do have the body, mind,
well, it doesn't
soul.
have to be unvarnished. Like, it doesn't have to be unvarnished. In fact, it can't be unvarnished. We're talking literally about playground. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, like, you can deliver it in any kind of form that you want. But, like, you know what I mean by unvarnishment, right?
Right.
Right.
It's just a difficult one to answer, though.
Mm-hmm. I really have to look into it more. It's a very deep question. I would want to give a more soul answer.
Ice.
What's that?
I said ice. Like, I think that's reasonable. That's acceptable.
And what do you think, caller?
Yeah, what do you think?
Okay, this is my own play, and that's it. So certainly, it goes no farther. Is the way that I would describe it.
Sure.
Is consciousness is the island, ocean is the spirit, and so the island is the separation, the ocean is the collective. That's how I would define it, you know.
All I heard was Tyler's door opening, by the way, and the dog.
Like Tyler's like doing something like, what are you, in the toilet or something?
I know, I'm distracted by Tyler back there when this caller is telling me about the universe here and
consciousness in the universe.
Well, that's the way.
Playing with his dog.
That's the way I see it, though.
We're just talking about apples.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, my answer to this is islands to oceans, you know. Island is the consciousness, which is, you know, you're like it's safe on the island. You get, you know, your own water source, you get your food source. The ocean is a collection. It's scary, you know, the sharks and shit like that, but that is the difference to me.
And what do you feel about that all ending one day?
Well, Okay, well, that's a loaded one. It's not a bad thing. It's actually true life. But
Well, the ride all ends. How does that make
yeah,
you feel?
it's certainly fine. It's a test.
Now, how do you feel?
Don't walk out on your test. Bring your number 2 pencil and take it. The man or woman, whatever.
Well, it's life
it's
is
not fun necessarily. It's not like, oh, I really, you know, but like to me, death is true life. You know, it is dissolving, but certainly there's gonna be like a way.
death is weird though. You know, you lose everything. You know, all the knowledge you obtained all these years just gone in one second after so long.
The only thing I want to say, death isn't really death. And if you really dial it up, well, in my understanding, my play, it is simply the only thing that you're really losing is, well, I'm going to pass those passing on. I like that, money, fucking land, all that kind of shit. It doesn't matter. But I'm saying consciousness. That's all you're losing. That's not even necessarily a good thing. This fucking apple. Fuck you, Eve. You know. So
Sure.
what I'm saying is like you're not. Certainly, you're not.
I agree with you. I understand what you're saying.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not too bad.
And we get there when we get there. You know what I mean? If you experience like a blink close to it, you just kind of, it flickers. Like people are like, I don't care if I die or not. But they get close, they'll realize something. And what they realize is a flashing in their head. And they realize the importance of life. And then there's a deliverance towards, why am I here? Oh, this is so short, blah, blah, blah. There's got to be a point. And the point, it has to be higher than self. You know, so higher than self. And certainly when you die,
says who? Why does it have to
maybe
be higher?
What's that?
I mean, it seems to me that you're coming from a background of like meditation and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Like,
I was just about to ask him if he believes like in a god or reincarnation or what's going on.
God. My God is the I. You know, is the one who calls himself I am, and that is all of us. The one who calls himself I am. So, yes,
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. You're kind of muffled.
Yeah, we can't really hear you too well on that phone.
Yeah, it's probably my phone, sir.
Yeah, your phone's a little strange.
Yeah, speak nice and clear so we can hear what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is that to me, God is the one who is called or referred to as I am. We are fractions off of the God. We are God.
We are God, is what you're saying.
We're pieces of God. We're pieces of God. We're not individually like you. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it like this. I don't matter. Put it like this for easier digestion. I don't matter. But what I mean by that is like none of us matter, right?
Yeah.
But we are all individual pieces off of it. It's a collection, you know what I mean?
Sure.
God is within all, you know what I mean? And it's important to believe above. And like, I don't matter unless everyone matters. So, you know.
So all lives matter is what you're saying, caller.
Understanding that even when you die, it doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter.
Do you believe that humanity is simply a cosmic accident?
No.
Hello? Was that a yes or a no?
He said no.
That's a no.
So you believe in a higher entity?
Well, I believe in, how would I put it, like
he's a creationist, Mike.
Formless energy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that percentage
again, that's sort of like the same thing, that you believe in a higher entity. But see, the way I see it, and I can't speak for everybody, this is for me, I believe that humanity was put on this planet simply as a biological cosmic accident. And we were lucky enough, our planet is in the right location. We have, the seasons. In some places we have very warm weather, which is very good for life. And of course we have water on this planet. So we happened to succeed as a species as well as we have because of the luckiness that we've had with the location of our planet, and just those sort of things kind of fell into place. So for me, I can't really give you an answer and say, well, I believe in God, that a God, or I get what you're saying about us being. Well, hang on a second. I get what you're saying about us being our own gods. I totally agree with that. My background as a Satanist and occultist, that is what it's all about. And even in Christianity, if you read the Bible even says God created us in His own image. But again, I don't subscribe to that. I'm simply saying that.
No, that's completely understandable. And in fact, the way that I describe it is not like, if it's the words that are a problem, it could be switched around. But they were your own answer, and like I'm saying, it's play only, and like I'm only ever 90%. So there's only very specific things that I dial in as 100%, and those are like codes that I create, like tools that I create in order to, direct my way through the chaos. So you're not wrong. In fact, there's some things that hit on that, which is very fascinating, because I like it when people understand it, but then don't agree with it, and then have their own. In a comedy way, I would say that you believe in the gastric discharge, basically, is what we are. Like, an accident,
a series of accidents of how we came to be. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I have a more play even of, and this is okay. So, anyways, an experiment, a great experiment of a mixing of DNA.
Yeah.
In order to create some type of to evaluate how life evolves.
How we even got a soul, in other words, how this energy came to be, this life force, that which can never die.
Well, it seems like that's our greatest stride towards creating robots and stuff like that to do stuff, is for them to actually have this kind of little piece that we really can dial into science. You know what I mean? This is 0.001% of us. It's like the lightning. You know what I mean? So certainly, but well, I'm not gonna say that because you know the Bible, right?
Sure, we all know the Bible.
I've heard of that.
I think I might have read it a couple times. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So I'll put it like this. I think it might be pronouncing wrong. Yeshash, right? From Genesis. The snake, right?
What was that? You said that kind of low.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you kind of mumbled that one.
The snake from the Garden of Eden.
The snake.
Yeah, Genesis.
Yeah, what convinced Eve to eat the apple.
Sure.
Okay, so if you're talking about this being that's all knowing and all powerful, and he's like, I'm gonna create this garden. I'm gonna create Adam from the dirt. I'm gonna take a rib out of him. I'm gonna create Eve. I got this tree and I want them to eat. Oh, I'm all knowing. I know what's gonna happen. So I know where to put this tree. You know what I mean? And then the snake appears too. It's a little weird. There seems to be some type of thing to where unavoidable. I'm not saying that the story's true. It's just a story. Honestly, I don't really believe in it. But certainly, it seems like there seems to be these givens to creating something. You know what I mean? So how am I trying to dial it? Is creating humans. You know what I mean? Or mixing that DNA, that spirit, that lightning strike, that very small percentage that makes I know you don't agree with how I'm saying that, but certainly you agree there's something special about us, to what we know as other life, right?
Right.
This is deep, man.
Yeah, you already lost Mike. He's,
Yeah. This is a really deep conversation. And I'm sorry to say I'm having a little trouble hearing you in your phone.
I only called out to ask a question. And certainly
right on.
You did due diligence on how you thought.
And look where you got us.
Yeah, I know. I was wherever.
But yes, bringing up the snake that deceived Eve, that could mean a lot of things, though. That could represent a number of things.
Oh, certainly.
Yes, and the Bible is the most mythical book there is.
Absolutely, and there's so many stories that are stolen from other religions.
Yeah, just like Easter.
Right, but the dial that I was putting with the Bible, because you had mentioned the Bible before me, is trying to deliver a point to what we were talking about before, about this percentage that was created and why we have trouble creating robots, and you know what I mean, and like this, you know, like this missing piece towards, you know what I mean, towards us and robots, and you know, experiments or gastric discharge, like however you want to think about it, like what is this little piece here, you know? And then to dial even back down to the original question is like spirit and consciousness, you know? So, like, certainly consciousness is like a good thing, right? Like, you know, awareness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like self-importance, self-preservation.
And can a person be born without a soul?
What's that?
I said, can a person be born without a soul?
I don't know. That's a good question. And I even wonder, like, even as a pilot, like, can a soul, like, you know, hit the fucking, like, button to, like, eject out of it? Like, this fucking thing. I'm out.
Have you ever tried hallucinogens, caller?
That's a yes.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
I was gonna say, I kind of feel like
He hesitated. That means yes.
I feel like you took us on an acid ride there.
There's many ways to get there. There's many ways to get there. I'm not gonna say that.
Do you also meditate?
I've done in the past. Like, I'm certainly striving towards a new kind of dilemma that I'm trying to work towards. And the newest test that I'm working on is something that happened to me. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I need to get back into it. I need to work on my product now. I need to work on breath work.
The next time you call in, definitely share that story with us.
Yes, sir.
If you can, if you want to. Yeah, call in with a landline if you can next time.
I've got a phone. I appreciate the time, sir.
No worries. Yeah, call in again. Don't be shy.
Yes, thank you for calling.
All right, brother. Take care. Be safe. Happy Easter. And
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Self-conscious Easter.
Happy self-awareness Easter.
Yeah, that was very deep. I just got lost in that shit and had to tune
I
out.
had trouble hearing him.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite.
I couldn't really hear him too well either. It was kind of hard to really decipher everything he was trying to convey. But we do have another caller who was trying to dial in multiple times. I'm giving him a call here. Well, I don't know who it is. It could be Lucifer. Mike could be Caitlyn Jenner. Who knows?
Could be Timothy Leary.
Could be Timothy Leary. Caller, go ahead. You were live. You were calling in. Hopefully not Domino's.
So that was, I didn't think you called me back. I'm not really prepared, but so I was listening to the last caller and some of his theories and whatever, and
his enlightenment, yes.
Lately, I've had, I'm not religious at all. I was raised Catholic.
Sure.
Very, I didn't really go to church at all, maybe a couple times a year or whatever. And my mom was she was raised, she went to Catholic school and was beaten by,
Oh, man.
Yeah, like, she went to school in Boulder.
She was deep in the game, in other words.
Yeah, both her and she has a twin sister, and they have stories about getting smacked by these old women they basically just want to beat little kids up, which is, they literally, like, she said, like, at least 3/4 of those kids all got hit at some point or another,
This was your mother you're talking about?
Yeah, she went to Catholic school, and so all the teachers, back then they used to use rulers, and they'd slap their hands or their wrists or whatever. They'd have.
Cola,
nowadays teachers just want to molest the students, not beat them up.
Cola, let me ask you a question about how old is your mother, roughly?
She would be 72.
Okay,
but she died 20 years ago.
So here's what I'm getting at. Your mother came from a different time era. Okay, after the 60s and even into the early 70s, things that changed. I went to Catholic school for 2 years, in freshman and sophomore high school. But the difference is, when my parents, who were very religious, especially my father, he was a very religious man, Catholic, back in their day, uh, prior to the 60s, in the 50s, 40s, 30s, and so on, yeah, it wasn't uncommon to get struck by a priest or a nun. It was not, I mean, that's how things were looked upon back then. Obviously, things are not like that anymore.
I would knock a nun out if she hit me.
Yeah.
I would knock
Well,
her shit out.
Yeah, it's just a different time we live in.
You
know,
hit me
back
with a
then, that
ruler,
was
I'll hit
accepted.
you in the jaw, lady.
I would have drop kicked her in the throat.
I would have elbowed her right in her face if she hit me with a ruler.
I would have punched her in the tit.
I would have punched her in the uterus.
I would have drop kicked her in the vag.
I would have power drived her off a table.
I would have kicked her with.
Well, I'm glad we have enough emotion left in us to convey here.
Hold on.
razor's
I want to DDT her and then Superman punch her right in her stomach.
I love that.
Hell yeah.
I'll drive.
I would have done the same thing to her. I'm sorry about that experience for your mother there. I would have only loved to discipline that nun myself by breaking her back with a camel clutch.
I would have taken her with a hammer and just smacked her right in the vag.
Wow, Mike, that is gruesome. Go ahead, call
Have
her.
you ever heard of a jump, punt, cunt?
Oh my god, no.
Sounds like a country song.
What is it?
It works.
is
It
that?
works against men and women.
It sounds like a jump kick straight to the crotch.
Sounds like a David
Like
Lee Roth move.
Tom Ruin
Yes.
70-yard punt.
I think I've seen a few 80s singers do that move. I think I've seen a few people do that on karaoke night too.
So I have a million stories that I could tell you guys. If you guys want to hear violent stories, funny stories, if you want to hear UFO,
We want to hear a funny story. You know, we would like that. We need to cheer Mike up, so give us a funny one.
Okay, so I we go to a cowboy bar, and there's a girl we meet there, and she's all over my friend, and we're getting ready to leave, and she comes up and starts making out with him, and we're on the parking lot, and she ends up leaving with us, and she calls her friend, and she says, "Oh yeah, I left with those guys, blah blah blah." And so her brother gets on the phone and starts talking shit to us and wants to fight us, and we're all we think we're tough, this is when we're 23 or whatever, and oh yeah, meet us at this park, which is right by my friend's house. We're thinking there's no way they're gonna meet us at a park. So anyways, they happen to live about maybe a half a block down, and they all show up. And so all these cowboys show up, and there's maybe 5 truckloads of cowboys, and there's 5 of us in this girl. And so they all jump out, and they're going to fight us, and obviously we just all run, right? So we just run, and we all get away. Well, I ended up getting caught by a couple of them and got beat up, but they knocked me out, and I got up, but I left. I came home, and come to find out, one of my friends they caught as well, and they beat him up. And so he's knocked out, and the cops show up, and the cops say, "Oh, what's going on?" And they said, "Oh, this is our friend. He got knocked out." And so they end up taking him back to their house. So they kidnapped him as he's totally, he's out of it. So I'm calling the cops, and I'm telling them, "Oh, hey, my friend, he got kidnapped, after this fight." And the cop's like, "Quit calling me." So I call the cop 5 times, and he's like, "I'm going to come and arrest you, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Why would I be calling you unless they did this shit, And so eventually he called me back and says, "I brought your friend home, and he's okay, and blah, 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 blah." And then he came to my house and gave me a ticket for disorderly conduct. because I admitted that I got beat up. So that the police don't care.
They don't
Have you
care
ever had a
about
friend get
you
kidnapped
guys.
and you have to call the cops though?
Not like that.
Yeah, not like that.
You can't make a story like that up. I mean, like I said, I have so many. I mean, that was kind of a violent story because I did get beat up. I actually skinned my hands so bad that they were like, I face planted and I skinned my hands that they were like a 3rd-degree burn, basically.
God damn, that doesn't sound good.
You know, Michael
No, but-
said, tell us a funny story, and you tell us about kidnapping and getting beaten up.
Yeah, and getting beaten up.
What is with
the
your sense
funny
of
part
humor,
of the
man?
story, the funny part of the story is that I called the cops. I called their house and I said, "You kidnapped my friend," and they're like, "No, he didn't," you know. But the whole thing was that they took him home, and then all these girls were like, they were all buttering him up, and you know, because he was all beat up, so they were like tending to him, and they're like, "No, he's our friend."
China.
Understood.
China.
Well, I'm sorry you got beat up, by the way. That doesn't sound very fun.
Well, you know, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great of an experience. But the whole thing that was funny is that the girl that my friend took home, her name was Hannah Meth.
Hannah Meth.
Hannah Meth. I'll
Wow.
never forget that name.
So her last name really was Meth.
Was she
Or
smoking?
No, yeah, for real. And her brother was Mr. Meth. obviously.
Well.
Was she smoking?
Your name is your destiny. That's what I've always heard.
And like I
get it.
I
and
get
there were a
it.
bunch of cowboys. Like I got cornered by these cowboys, and I had a bat in my hand, but I didn't want to hit anybody with a bat, so I
didn't
just
drink
threw it
all
over the
day.
fence, and then I just got beat
I've
up. by them.
had a few drinks.
Tyler's back there saying he had a few drinks. He's gonna
Yeah.
get cornholed by a cowboy, I heard.
This is
This would be the right bar if you wanted for that shit, for sure.
My God. But yes, caller, I would like to thank you for that call. We're gonna move on. There's
All
another
right,
guy
thanks so
coming.
much. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for calling.
And welcome to the program. You are live. Go ahead.
Well, hello there, Mr. Michael Decon.
How are you?
I'm doing swell, and you, my friend?
I'm good. I can't complain. Just relaxing, enjoying the weather out here in the desert.
Are you ready for the return of sweet baby Jesus tomorrow?
I'm ready for the sweet Lord to return. Yes, I'm waiting for the Easter Bunny. Earlier on I was saying, what age do you cut your kids off from? The Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and believing in God and not praying to Marilyn Manson. Like what age do you what age do you introduce your child to like black metal, something cool like that? What age is appropriate,
I say the sooner the better.
Well, hopefully you're not teaching any classrooms, Hope you're not grooming any kids
We're
out
able
there.
to have a thought.
Jesus Christ. So caller, go ahead, ask away. Anything on your mind? Anything been bothering you? Do you hate your wife? Do you hate your kids? What's going on in your world, my friend?
Well, fortunately, I don't have any kids or a wife.
So you're in the clear.
But I'm in the clear as far as I know.
As far as he knows.
My name is David Kopp, by the way. You may have heard of me.
David.
I frequent your chat.
Oh, David, there you are.
From time to
Yes.
time.
What's
Yeah,
up, David?
there I
How
am.
are
I'm
you, my
always
friend?
Posting. I'm good, man. I've been watching you for a while.
Mahalo.
Hey, as we say here, Aole Tilikia.
Oh, love that. Very nice. Haven't heard that in a while.
No problem.
But what's going on with you, my friend? Thank you so much, by the way, for supporting the program as long as you have, and stumbling upon this glorious show that we sort of all created with our minds.
No, it is a great program, and I just wanted to thank you. It's like it's serious at times, and then other times it's insane, and that's how I would describe myself.
I agree. It's a wild ride. You never know what's gonna happen. I don't either.
The vast spectrum.
It goes up and down like a tranny.
We touch all.
We touch all
parts of the
trannies,
spectrum.
yes.
Yeah. But man, I feel like I can't even compare to that other call you had earlier.
Well, no one
Murdered
can.
His wife
That-
while watching.
That guy murdered his kid. That guy murdered his whole family, probably.
But hey, I just wanted to say thanks because I feel like we're gonna get nukes probably like Monday morning. So
Oh
it was
shit.
nice knowing you.
Oh,
Well, that's
hope not.
that's nice to hear. I had no
I have
idea.
$1,000 worth of drugs to buy.
Yeah.
They were gonna end up like that
Yeah.
Canadian guy, doing lots of coke and meth.
Mhm.
I know,
My God.
but yeah, I don't really have anything.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. By the way, I hope the end times are not
I
near.
don't.
We're not going to get nuked.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't get
Hopefully
nuked.
not.
We have all the
Our
best
our-
defenses
Our
available.
equipment is much better than Russia's.
That's true.
Well, I'm not worried about Russia. I'm worried about Biden nuking, or not just Biden. I shouldn't say Biden, but the administration nuking us.
Oh well.
Saying, hey, oh, this is Russia.
That's a whole nother game. Yeah, that's true. A false flag of sorts is what the caller is referring to here, Mike and
I
Tyler.
hear what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
The possibility of a false flag, yeah. I mean, it's very much possible. Zelensky already
Well-
saying about Putin using chemical weapons, nuclear weapons, and so forth in a new interview that just came out recently from our friends over on CNN. So who knows if that is bullshit or not, but I wouldn't put it past anyone at this time, especially
Well, that's
what...
why they're putting it out there.
Yeah,
Getting
exactly.
people's minds ready for that to
The
happen.
possibility, maybe.
They're
Yeah.
like, well, see, we warned you.
They're planting the seeds, yeah. We never know. I mean, look what they did on 9/11, but that's a whole nother ball game there.
Nah, man, it was the Saudis, man. They found their passport on the street. That freaking sealed the deal, man.
There's a lot of things about what happened that morning that are highly questionable that I think most of America is starting to slowly wake up on and realize that the official story was not so true.
That's true. Have you guys been following a guy named Patrick Lancaster on YouTube by any chance?
No, tell us about him.
Well,
Give us the 411.
he's like this retarded American guy that's in Ukraine. I'm just kidding.
I definitely want to listen to that. Is he wearing a helmet when he does a live show? Is he like a Sam Tripoli's son?
Does he talk like Eric Cartman when he's imitating mentally challenged kids?
I said something very distasteful, by the way, but
No, you did. That's the tinfoil hat guy.
yeah, I mean, his son does wear a helmet, so I mean,
That's terrible.
I don't think I was that off. I think I was kind of accurate with what I was saying, but
Oh,
I think
well,
so.
absolutely.
hey, I mean, it's fair game. He's a comedian; he could handle it. But yes, I think we do have someone else that was calling in. I'm not quite sure if we got to them or not. Did we get to this person? Did we call them already, Mike? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but you're calling that other person before actually that was stupendous. Like you called somebody back that called the show.
I called him right back. I thought, what the
Did
hell's
you
going
call
on
the
here?
show?
He called the show, and I thought, you know what? You call me, I'm going to call you right back.
Call you right back. That was classic. I really liked that.
That was fun, right?
Yep.
Well,
All right. Are we
yeah,
ready?
Mike is calling it quits here. Yes, I think it is that time, Mike, that we do shut
I
it
think
down.
so.
We've been on for a while.
We've been on for 3 hours.
We've been on for a long time. I do apologize, Mike. But we do have one more caller. Caller, go ahead. Give us the 401 before we have to go.
Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just, sort of winding down, sort of gonna take the show down like a Chinese hospital.
That's cool. That's cool, man. No,
like a Chinese hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, is that Mike Hideous in the background?
Mike is out
Mike
there.
Hideous,
Sir.
what's up, bro?
Hello. Who is this?
I love that dude. I love that dude.
Thank you.
I mean, we don't know each other.
Is this Gilbert
I
Godfrey?
love y'all.
Thank you,
Yes.
man. Thank you.
Back from the dead.
Yeah, he's back from the dead. There he is.
God, sexy.
Where are you calling from,
No, I mean,
caller?
not quite as sexy as you, Mr. Deacon, but sexy nonetheless. Sir, please what?
Where are you calling from?
Yeah, where are you from? State your business. What's
I'm
your...
Houston,
your
Texas,
business.
baby. What's up, dog? I'm Houston, Texas, baby.
Oh,
What's up, now?
the 832.
Okay.
Yeah.
Represent.
Got it.
Love that.
281-713, the 832.
Do you own a gun, caller?
Several.
Nice.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I mean, look, guys, you gotta own a gun.
I do own a gun.
Good for you, Mr. Deacon.
I got my
You,
license to
sir.
carry.
You, sir, are a patriot.
I really am actually. I'm
I
a
love
red-blooded American.
you. God damn, I love you for that.
I fear God.
Mr. Hideous, Hideous, I say?
Yes.
Hideous?
Hideous might worship the devil, but we still love him.
We do.
I own
And
guns
we-
too.
But he owns it.
That's
He
true.
owns
We
guns.
worship the devil.
Mike,
Well,
uh,
worship, and having an ideology of modern Satanism, two different things. It's too complicated to get into right now. I'm about to fall asleep, but the fact of the matter is, it's a theory. It's a way of
Christ.
thinking.
Sir, I think maybe perhaps you have problems, and Michael Deacon should be interviewing you.
he does have problems. That's true.
What is this? What is this devil worship bullshit? Come on.
No, I don't worship the devil. I don't worship anything. It's an ideology.
Yes, it's a
But I
lifestyle.
can't talk about it right now. It's too
It's an
nuts. I've had
ideology.
enough.
It's an
Like
it's
all
an
that
ideology that
Smurfy
most of
fucking
us follow.
bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, caller. Oh, he's gone before we could even say anything to him. Well,
Thanks for calling, caller.
Yeah, thanks for calling us. Thank you for that. He called in several times, and every time we were always online. I was hoping he would stick around a little bit longer, Mike, so we could give him his money's worth for putting him on hold for so long. But Mike, he sort of said, "Praise Satan," and then he left.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
He didn't say that, by the way. I'm just making that part up. But I do want to thank you, Mike, for being a part of the program, as well as Tyler hanging out with us here, representing October Nor.
Yep.
Love the band, love your drumming. You are a great musician, my friend, and we appreciate you hanging out with us here. And I know Mike had a great time. I had a great time.
Yeah.
We will do this again on the other side. And before we cut you loose, Tyler, is there anything you'd like to say or plug?
No, not really.
You have a new
Not really.
record out. Plug
Not
your
really.
record.
We,
Plug your website.
We're in talks with a record label, and that's very exciting. So we'll just keep that to be continued.
On the low. Yeah, we'll keep that on the low.
New
Yeah.
record. Fate, Wine, and what is it? Wisteria?
What? Fate, Wine, and Wisteria. Yes.
Love that.
October Nor, folks. Look them up. If you like Typo Negative, you'll like them.
Represent.
Yep. Writing. We're writing a new album now. So
Very
see
nice.
We'll see how quick that comes out.
I love that.
Don't write too fast.
Yeah.
Very nice, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you again, my friend.
Thanks for taking my
Absolutely.
place. Don't ever do it again.
No, never. Never.
I'm kidding.
Well, Michael
Glad you-
asked me to be on, and I said, sure, I'll do it.
Well, I'm gonna
And-
divorce him too if he ever does it again. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm glad to have you on. This one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an honor.
Very cool. Thank you, Tyler, for hanging out. We'll talk again, my friend. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
See ya.
And there he goes. That was our friend Tyler from the band October Nor. And Mike, thanks for being here and rocking the mic with me yet again. and being a host here on the Michael Decon program. Of course, Mike, always an honor and pleasure. I apologize fiercely for you having to endure life's chaos yet again, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you.
No
And
worries.
again, thank you to everybody out there who supported me as well.
Very nice. Now, Mike, go ahead and plug away anything you'd like before I cut you loose, before I take you down like, kind of like Ron Jeremy was taken down.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for listening tonight. Thank you all for writing in, calling in. Much thanks to Michael Decon, as always. This was a last-minute thing for me, so thanks for having me on. As usual, if you want to contact me, Facebook, facebook.com/hideousmike. Mike, of course, is spelt with a Y, M-Y-K-E. If you want to see my website, MikeHideous.com, M-Y-K-E, hideous.com. And last but not least, my art and photography website, SpymanPhotoandArt.com. That's it for me, folks. I am out of here. I am so beat today. It's been a
He's
long day.
done, folks. He's tired. He hates the world. Everything is not going well.
But I had a good time tonight, Michael.
But tonight
So
was fun.
thank you for having me on, as usual. And you did put a smile on my face. So
I'm glad. I did my job here tonight. That's all I was trying to do.
Yep.
Trying to make things better for everyone. And Mike, you know, it's always fun having you here. I definitely love and enjoy you very much. I am very proud to call you a friend of mine. I don't care if it sounds, you know, a little like that. But,
Not
you
at
know,
all, brother.
it was
not at all.
fun. But yes, Mike, you know, I would miss you a lot if I didn't have you here as a co-host, or a host rather. It's always enjoyable when you're here.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you.
You got it.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Happy Easter to everyone, and I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Talk to you on the other side. Be
All right.
safe.
Good night.
Good night. And there he goes, boys and girls. That was the one and only Mr. Mike Hideous. My God. Oh, it's so sad. We are at the end of the show. Holy hell. It is quite amazing. As we take it home here tonight and pull this Larry Silverstein style, I do want to thank all of you for being a part of the program for as long as all of you have been. Of course, those of you in the chat room, the mods, those of you who have joined the Patreon series, that's patreon.com/Michael Decon. That is where gold falls from the sky. That's where you can find all the latest shows. Sometimes we haven't done one out there just yet. We've been sort of recuperating from all the tragedies that have been surrounding us and haunting us, haunting our lives and hunting our lives for that matter. But my God, thank you so much for being a part of the program, boys and girls. I wish you well, no matter where you are on this island Earth. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, good night, everybody.